back to VAFA Match of the Day action here on VAFA.com.au and the SEN app. There's only a month to go in the 2026 William Buck Premier Men's campaign, and today we have a real treat for you. A trip back to a very, very windy Brighton Beach Oval for a match involving two talented top four teams. Reigning premiers Old Brighton have all but locked up a spot in this year's final series off the back of an impressive win on the road against Old Zavarians last week. But while their passage through to September is just about safe, there remains an opportunity to prove that it is still a genuine premiership threat in 2026 and keep its hopes of a top two finish alive with a win at home here this afternoon. Current ladder leaders University Blues have been able to put a gap between themselves and the chasing back thanks to a strong run of form since the Big V bye. The Blues sit a game clear of Old Zavs in first place, and with another win here this afternoon they can all but guarantee themselves the security of a double chance in 2026. This is VAFA Match of the Day thanks to William Buck on the VAFA website and the SEN app. Matthew Donald with you again this afternoon, and we're just about to be blown off the pavilion here at Brighton Beach Oval. The two-time premiership coach of Elstonwick, the three-time coach of the year, Hugo Higginbotham, has been our Match of the Day expert all season, and he fills that duty yet again today. Hugo, welcome.
Thanks, Matty. It's great to be here at a blustery Brighton Beach Oval, and I tell you what, some of the older gentlemen inside having a lunch will be stapling their toupees down, Matty. You walk outside with one of those on today and it is down at Sandringham somewhere. But what a game we've got today here, Matty. We've been through some hard yards through the winter months, and we've finally got some games of importance. This could be dress rehearsal for finals today, Matty. They're just around the corner. It's like mum and dad have put the Christmas presents under the tree, but you're not allowed to touch them for another 3 weeks. But it's exciting. It's great to be here.
No, I mean, there's every possibility that this is not the last time these two teams face each other this season. Every chance that they could square off again in a final. It is Old Brighton, the reigning premiers, against University Blues, who are the current ladder leaders. This is the pre-game warm-up, thanks to Homesclad. They are a leading provider of vocational and higher education with 40 years experience and more than 140,000 graduates. TAFE at its best. We're going to hear from both coaches very shortly. Old Brighton coach Marcel Bruin and Matt Smith of University Blues. Hugo, you're expert thanks to Hit IQ and its game-changing Protect concussion management system. Let's take stock of these two teams, both coming away with impressive victories last week.
Yes, we had the pleasure of being at Turo. Oh, geez, I wish we were at Turo Park today.
Wouldn't that be nice, yes.
In the commentary box here. But no, saw a very interesting contest between Brighton and Zavs. Brighton come away with the points there after it was a Brighton performance. We hadn't seen that for a little while. They're getting that system and structure back, purely on the back of players coming back. And I know we've got more inclusions today, which we'll touch on later. And that was another dominant performance by the Blues against a resurgent Scotch. Well, they put the kibosh on that, didn't they? So, look, it'll be a great contest we've got today, Matty. But, they're both coming in with some good form. You can't have any better form than what the Blues have got. 1-9 on the trot at the moment. So this is what I can't wait to see this game today in terms of they're two teams who play a similar brand. We see a lot of intercepting marks off half-back and then a real slingshot through the middle of the ground. Chain of hands, get the ball forward quickly. I can't wait to see the matchups in the Blues forward line. I mean, they've got some firepower down there. We only have to have a look at the leading goal kicker, but maybe hard to mark the ball today, Matty, because that wind is picking up and there may be a few drops coming in later, hopefully by the time we've hit the road and packed up and gone inside, but that's football. You've got to expect that. We
hope the breeze pushes it away. It's blown, it's pushing about everything else away so far in the pre-game. The University Blues, Hugo, you touched on, sitting pretty top of the ladder, a game clear of Old Zavs, 9 on the bounce, percentage of 153, all conquering, and they just about put paid to Old Scotch in a couple of hours and killed off their season last week, a 67-point win, 16-18, 114 to 7-5-47. It could have been a lot more with goal kicking like that. Matt Smith has certainly got the Blues humming at the moment with a month to go on the season, and I caught up with him a little earlier in the pre-game. Let's have a listen to that chat. So I'm here with Matt Smith, coach of University Blues, the ladder leading University Blues at the moment. Matt, thanks for your time. Good run of form you've been in lately, but a good challenge today against a premiership contender.
Yeah, it is. It's always a challenge coming here to Brighton. A bit windy, but they're getting players back, and obviously they're in good form too, knocking off a couple of really good sides the last few weeks as well.
What do you reckon in the last couple of weeks they've done particularly well, including last week on the road against the Zavs?
They were able to just block up the play a little bit against the Zavs last week. They got a lot of numbers around contest and just strangled their ball movement. I think today I feel like they'll try and get it on the outside and get their game going a little bit more, but it's going to be a contested battle today. If we can get on top inside, that'll go a long way to winning the game.
And for you guys, it seems like you've got really good experience right across the board, but really keen to know get a little bit more of insight in James Stewart, who's been outstanding at full forward for you guys this year. What does he do particularly well? What does he bring to the table?
Oh, he's just strong everywhere. For his size, he's 6'7", but he's so agile on his feet. So if you don't beat him in the air, he beats you on the ground as well. So he's just got a lot of weapons, and his turn of speed and his agility is really strong too. But he's been a benefactor of what we've been doing up the ground as well. We've been getting it in a lot quicker to him and giving him a lot more one-on-one contests, and that's just giving him better opportunity, and he's taken it this year too.
A couple of changes for you guys coming into today?
Yeah, we do have a couple. Darcy Churgwin back in, which is massive for us as well. First game for the year from Sandringham. Maxie Irving back in on ball as well after missing a couple of games with concussion. And Billy Furphy back out on the wing as well. So, but all three really experienced senior footballers now, and we're keen to get them back in.
It's going to be a ripper, Matt. Thanks for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Matt Smith, the coach of University Blues, and he confirmed half of the changes there. Max Irving, Billy Furphy and Darcy Churgwin back in. Some heady outs, though. Mitch Lloyd, Ollie Hayes and Taylor Duray, the Footscray VFL Premiership player of last season.
Yes.
Hugo, of course, he's been excellent.
Well, that's an early reference, Matty. We haven't even started the game there. That's your record.
Had to get it out nice and early. So 3 outs there. But some big ins, particularly Churgwin, who was awesome for them last season.
No, Churgwin was fantastic. Still remember vividly the goal from outside 50 he kicked. The famous barrel at Uni Main Oval started the rift between Simon Petch and I. But no, now Darcy Churgwin, his form at Sandringham has been amazing. He's averaging nearly 30 touches, a couple of goals each week. He'll be leading their BNF, I would say, at the moment. Yeah. So to have an inclusion like that, I mean, you're never going to cover Taylor Duray, but an inclusion like that is very, very handy. And it's great to see Sandy releasing all their players on the bye weekend. So I know it's across the competition. Our favourite man, Andreas Stefanakis, pulling on the boots for Haileybury for the first time. So we'll keep an eye on that around the ground scores. But, packed with talent, so they cover their outs really well, and you like to see that.
I mean, to bring in someone who you think might be leading the best and fairest in a VFL team, for the latter leaders to just bring him back in, I mean, that's it's an embarrassment of riches the Blues have got at the moment.
Well, he'll be accustomed to playing in conditions like this too. Yes, games at Sandringham
as well. And was probably one of the main reasons why the Blues stayed up last season, Churgwin.
Yeah, we spoke about that with Matt Smith yesterday, and his form was amazing. He accumulated possessions, and he did so much around the ground as well, and he was a great leader for them. So, it's great to see him come back. I mean, he won't qualify for playing finals or anything like that. It's you got to do what you got to do.
No, and they're still, haven't locked away that top 2 spot yet. An Old Brighton win this afternoon, and it's still mathematically a chance that they'll slip out. They'll want to shore that up as quickly as possible.
Oh, that's I'd be pretty inclined to say they'll get that top 2. I mean, they've got a game on Zavs and they've got 2 on Scob. Yeah. So I know their run home is you've got to beat the teams below you. So guess what? Everyone's below them. But they've got St Bernard's and Caulfield as well. And then they've got Scob last game. But look, you'd think they would win 2 out of 3 of those. So I would say, look, today for the Blues, deep down inside as a coach and the coaching staff, I'd be using this as a bit of a dress rehearsal for the finals. Yeah. They didn't play finals last year. They haven't played finals under Matt Smith. So I'd be putting a lot of... with finals comes intensity, Matty. Yeah. So intensity goes up tenfold when you get to finals compared to home and away. So I would have lifted that. I would have lifted training. I know Matt Smith spoke about enjoying the time, and that's the cliche at the moment. You've got to enjoy everything you do 1 week at a time, all that sort of stuff. But you're always thinking, don't worry, the players are too. It's an exciting time.
Yeah, doubtless for anyone who gets to finals. It's not every day they come around, so no doubt they'll be very much looking forward to it. The hosts, Old Brighton, every time we feel like we're just about to write them off, they give us a performance like what they did last week. Stunning win, 11-point victory on the road against Old Zaverians of all teams. They won 2 on the bounce, have the Tunners. I caught up with their coach, Marcel Bruin, again a little earlier on. Let's have a listen. Here with Old Brighton coach Marcel Bruin. Marcel, thanks for your time again today. A good opportunity at home against a fellow premiership contender. How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling really good, Matty. We'd come off the back of a bit of momentum gained last week, playing another top 2 side. So we're got some healthy players back and looking to maintain that momentum and keep building on what we can produce through those last few games.
You mentioned last week it was a terrific win on the road. What are you trying to carry from that game into this one?
Yeah, just having a connected defence again, really putting opposition under pressure and trying to generate some offence off the back of that. We've got some conditions to deal with today with the genuine wind blowing down one end, so that probably changes the way you need to play both with it and into it. So we'll hopefully adapt adapt to the conditions and, be able to shift the ball, but come off the back of a lot of defence, I think, today. Yeah.
The Uni Blues, your opponents today, on top of the ladder at the moment. They're flying high. What are you looking to try and stop about their game?
Yeah, they score really effectively, play a lot of front half football. So, you've got to be able to rebound out of your defensive 50 and defensive half and keep control of the ball. Otherwise, it's coming back in, and they do have talented guys up front that are able to keep that ball inside there, and they're genuinely very good 1v1 players. So if the ball gets in there, they can often keep it in there and make it hard for you to try and score back the other way. So, yeah, we've got to put a bit of time into them, but make sure that we are shifting the ball, really effectively and trying to control it a little bit.
And you guys are getting even stronger. A couple of literal big ins for you today.
Yeah, massive ins. We're probably the tallest we've been for the last nearly 3 years, but we'll look and see how that actually looks. Might be a bit counterintuitive to obviously covering the ground and playing really effective defence, but they'll buy in and hopefully they give us a little bit of offence the other way.
Well, Marcel, thanks for your time and best of luck today.
Thanks, Matty.
Marcel Bruin of Old Brighton, a big thanks to both coaches for their time during the pre-game. We'll catch up with them again over the course of the afternoon. The winning coach to hopefully join us for the post-game show, the VAFA Crunch Time. And if you are here at Brighton Beach Oval, you can enjoy our commentary on 11:16 SEN in real time via SEM Stadium technology on the SEN app. It is available for iPhone and Android, and it works with Apple CarPlay and audio. Genuine breeze is how Marcel Bruin described it here. That may well be a contender for understatement of the season, Hugo.
Yes.
During that interview that I played there, the two captains went out there for the toss. Harry Hill of Old Brighton won it, and perhaps unsurprisingly elected to kick to the Mares Street end, the right of your radio dial, with a pretty heavy breeze at his back. No Petchy's pitch report today, so Hugo, I'm leaning on you here.
Yes.
What sort of breeze is this one going to be?
It's a heavy to gale.
What was that?
Yeah, exactly. It's not quite a force 10 gale yet, but it's close there. So that is a legitimate 4 to 5 goal breeze. Not directly at the goal. It's not going end to end. It's probably going light pole to light pole. So that's really good because we're a radio medium. So that it's going 45-degree angle across the goal into the forward pocket near the train line there. So I expect to see a few balls go flying over the fence today with some aggression.
And a good... Oh, sorry,
No, I'm just going to say that I'm really curious to see if Brighton do get away to a good start, which you would expect because, very strong breeze. It's going to be hard to work the ball back up through the breeze, so expect some turnover and fast ball movement. They do get a bit of a lead on the Blues. How the Blues handle scoreboard pressure?
Yeah.
Because they've been dominant for the last 9 or so weeks.
Well, was about to say that it's a challenge for the Blues, because normally we'd say, don't overdo it with the breeze.
Yes.
You've got to still be sensible about it. But Old Brighton know this ground like the back of their hand. They will be sensible with how they use the ball. They won't get carried away with it. It's up to the Uni Blues in this opening term to figure out how to defend what you'd assume is going to be a territorial onslaught.
Yeah, it would. This is where home ground advantage is very important. Look, the breeze is hard to deal with. It's also some sunshine around. It's actually blustery and gusty, so you do get little patches where there's no breeze, but majority of the time there will be breeze. Maybe we're taking too much into that. These guys are very professional. But one thing about this, Matty, this is where your system and your structures and your process comes to the fore. And wind takes a little bit of the skill out of the game, but if you're moving the ball in the right fashion in terms of giving the easy option, maintaining possession, which is key against quality opposition, you should hold pretty firm.
The changes for Old Brighton in: Felix Flockhart, Hamish Dick, Mason Sazzoni, Archie Manton is back, averaging just the 5 goals a game in the VAFA this season. Campbell Tweedy, Jonah Campili and Michael Carianis make way. So some big changes, some big ins there for the Tunners. This first quarter brought to you by TLC Healthcare.
Massive ins, Matty. And I noticed Felix Flockhart is going straight to the square, so Josh Carr in the ruck, and he'll be going up against Joey Furphy. So Joey Furphy, very accomplished ruckman. Be a very good battle there.
So it's first v fourth, a potential preview of a final in September between these two. Old Brighton, the reigning premiers, University Blues, the ladder leaders. VAFA match of the day here at Brighton Beach Oval. We are just about ready to go. Players just making their way into their positions now. Now, if I do forget to read out the credits at any point, Hugo, it won't be because I've forgotten, it'll be because the rundown is blown away.
They'll be in the bay.
Be on the ground getting a touch.
Good grief.
And of course, around the grounds for Hodges Real Estate, we'll keep you posted on that one. Some huge games today. Old Scotch v Old Trinity, St Bernard's against Caulfield, St Kevin's and Old Haileybury, and Uni Blacks against Old Zaverian. So
yeah, that's a big one.
There.
That is a big one. We'll see the Zabs bounce back. Who knows?
The umpire holds the ball aloft, waiting on the siren now. It's not you this week, Hugo, so you don't have to worry about that.
I've got enough other stuff to do, mate.
Here we go.
Got to do the bloody boundary again.
Furphy, they get us underway. It's Furphy who won the tap down initially. Gleeson was in there. McNabb got the hand pass away to Burnell. And the Tunners will get the clearance inside 50 and into the pocket. The mark was juggled by Flockhart and then shoved over the line was Luke Travers. No free kick, boundary throw it. He nearly had it.
Yeah, I noticed before that ball was coming in, he put his hands up for the sun. So he had the wind to deal with and the sun. So that was a tough one. But I just noticed Harry Hill started at half forward and came streaming in. So he hasn't started in the middle. So that'll throw a few of the Blues plans awry.
In fact, Travers was pushed in the back, which I mentioned, but I didn't think he got the free kick for it. He has. So he'll line up about 40 metres out, but on a really tough angle.
Yeah, that breeze will help. If he puts that out to the left a little bit, hopefully the breeze grabs it back.
Didn't kick a goal last week, Luke Travers. He's got 17 for the season. Comes in now on the right boot, and the breeze has carried that and brought it back beautifully. He's judged that to perfection, Luke Travers. And the Tunners are off to a hot start here at Brighton Beach Oval. 1 straight 6-0. Only a minute gone here in the opening term, thanks to TLC Healthcare. Think differently about aged care. We do. Old Brighton's principal partner.
Well, that was lovely to see, Matty, after that sort of not convincing clearance out of the middle, but they got it out. And there's that deeper entry. I mean, Felix Flockhart was very unlucky to take that mark. A few conditions to deal with, but just the free kick was very advantageous and a beautiful execution. Is this the start of scoreboard pressure, Matty, that we spoke about?
One already. Again, Furphy back in the restart, won the hit out, tried to pick up the football. He was dispossessed. McNabb got it away to Seeger. Looks to give the hand pass back. It will be locked up. Uni Blues have made a bit of ground here, but it's still inside the centre square. Scoreboard hasn't lit up here at Brighton Beach Oval, but it's 1 straight 6-0 at the moment. Furphy again, tapped it down. Burnell running after it, going to be picked up here by Hayter. Gives a hand pass inboard. Strong tackle by Pryor, that time on Jordi LaCava. It's locked and done.
You just see the Blues not getting any time and space out there, so Brighton putting some work in early.
And Furphy seems to have got the number of Josh Carr, the opening exchanges here.
Yeah, he's probably got a little bit of height and experience on him.
Carr won at that time, though. He was looking for Harry Hill. It arrived just a bit too quickly. And Hill goes and applies the tackle, and we'll get another stoppage.
One thing you see with Josh Carr, he plays with a lot of aggression, so he's very physical, which will come into the fore as we see.
We saw that in effect last week.
Yeah, very lucky he was.
I mean, we'll leave it at that.
Yes.
McNabb with the tackle.
Yes, anyway, that was a good one. We're going to see a lot of this today. We're going to see repeat stoppage because they're both so strong around the contest. No one willing to yield.
Furphy, then Curran.
Here we go again.
Or Cuz, as I've been told by some of the listeners in the pre-game.
What about the talking down we got before the game about the mispronunciation of names?
Yes, no, we've really been read the right act in the pre-game.
Apology to the Furphy family. Oh, Marty Gleeson just got one in the... I reckon he got poked in the eye there.
We'll keep an eye on that one for Author Sport. Meanwhile, the play continues and strong tackle. It's a centre-half back here for the Tunners to lock things up once again. And Gleeson, he's in a bad way. We're going to stop play here. No mercy from the umpire.
And the ball's
McNabb's going to kick it out to him now. Going back with a fly, taking a nice mark there is Brad E, but wastes no time. Kicks it up towards half forward. And Townsend flying over the top. He got hands to it. Then a tackle applied there by Marlo Hoffman, and centre-half back has locked things up. Gleeson comes off the ground. Max Irving back from concussion and back on the ground now takes his place. So the Uni Blues have settled nicely here. McNabb with the tackle on Lord. It's funny, the breeze just suddenly just stops.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Very unexpectedly. You can hear it in our mics.
Certainly can.
Carr with front spot that time. Hand pass over the top towards goal there from Shergood. Great to see him back for the Blues. But it's going to be the Tunners who work their way out towards the wing, only temporarily though. LaCava from a standing start in towards the pocket. And the juggling mark taken at half back by Louis Butler.
Brighton have got bulk numbers up at the contest in the back half, even though they've got the breeze. So we will see a little bit of Brighton dominance in their defensive half.
Long kick down the line, it's come off hands. Flying in there was Irving. Hand pass comes back. Now the Blues can work their way back up towards half forward again. Kick inside 50. Townsend was the target. Brought it to ground. got the footy and then got the hands free to Akosh. Now he's got a bit of a problem. Gurja applies a strong tackle. And the umpire calls for it. A couple of Tunners celebrating milestones today. Ollie Gurja and Felix Flockhart both playing their 50th games for the club. There's Furphy again, fighting it hard. Clearing kick from Mason Zazzoni out towards the wing. Akosh and Gurja fighting after it. Gurja went to ground. Akosh fell on top of him. Pryor in there. Still going here. Pryor is caught, that time by O'Shea.
So just looking at the matchups in the Blues forward line. So we've got Grimley and that is Darcy Gilbert down on Grimley. And he's the deepest forward at the moment. We usually expect to see Stewart.
Long kick from Carr up towards centre half forward. Flockhart was the target, but he was overwhelmed by Blues numbers. And now they've got some run here. Kick up towards half forward into the breeze. It's a good one. They've got a chance here. Good turn here from Curran. Then on the left boot, he's clearly a right footer. Goes back looking for Churgwin. Hand pass missed its target. Hayter having to apply the tackle on, at that time it was Sammy Linda. It was awesome last week as well for the Tunners.
Curran nearly could have straighted it up, got on his right side and had a shot on goal then. Anyway.
Stewart doing the ruck work inside 50, 6 goals last week for him. Irving was caught without it. It's an obvious free kick and the umpire pays it. So he's too far out to score, Irving.
Definitely into this breeze.
Particularly into the breeze. He's 55 metres out at the moment. He's just going to set this one up to the top of the square. Grimley's in a one-on-one, and he's just a bit too strong for Darcy Gilbert. And there's that matchup you spoke of a couple of minutes ago, Hugo.
That was Maxie. Yeah, I was looking at something else. But that was just pure strength there. And an excellent kick. That was kick to advantage,
yeah.
So it made it very hard for Gilbert. He was thinking the ball was going to drop short because of the breeze. And Grimley was just smart enough there to edge him under. So if Stewart doesn't get you, Grimley will.
Yep. Well, all the talk has been about James Stewart this season, and rightly so, but 32 goals in 14 matches for Sam Grimley. No sure thing, though, given the breeze. He's only about 20 metres out, not much of an angle to speak of. He kicks through it. He punches it through. Well executed from Sammy Grimley.
He's really taken it out of Patron on the bowls court. Oh, he's got it too. Safe possession. He's going to have a kick.
What's he going to do? Let's see what his technique is like. Is he a bit of footballer? Nah.
He's down to the umpire. But there you go.
He throws it back towards a patron, but all's well that ends well for the Blues there on the board. One straight 6 apiece on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard, and Grimley on the board early.
Yes, that was a great execution, but a beautiful layup kick, as we spoke about. You just see the firepower in the Blues forward line there. So Stewart playing a little bit higher today. We saw Townsend with an almost mark before. So it's a dangerous proposition for the opposition.
I mean, good foil having Stewart and Grimley. Yeah. As you sort of say, Stewart's been kicking the bags this season, but every chance Grimley can threaten to do just the same.
Oh, exactly. So, but the work's got to be done in the middle of the ground. You can't have entries like that. And that was an unfortunate free kick. But anyway, there's plenty of time to be played.
So we're all tied up here at Brighton Beach Oval. Carr with the head out that time. Bouncing around. Furphy did well. His hand pass was cut out, though, that time by Hamish Dick. We've got to be really diligent about the scoring here, Gerga, because the scoreboard hasn't come up here and it's still one straight 6 apiece.
God, it's not my strong suit. I haven't written Grimley's down yet. I trust you, Matty.
See, that's your first mistake.
Yeah. Well,
Brooks
anyway.
with the tackle. Forcing a stoppage on the wing. Furphy with a little flick back over his head. Carr was in there. And another stoppage. The Blues, after the opening minute, actually done pretty well in the middle. Haven't let the ball get out into space.
Yeah, they have. They've really consolidated there, and this is where we've got the battle of the midfields going on at the moment, Matty.
And they'll win it here through Irving up towards half forward. Good luck marking this. Oh, Linda nearly did. Ball's fallen free here, and now they'll have a chance. Kick inside 50's gone over their head. It's going to bounce towards the half forward flank. Gathered here this time by Billy Furphy, who goes in towards the forward pocket. It's come off hands. Grimley's loose in the pocket. He shrugs his man. He trickles it in towards the goal square. It's all Tunners, though, and they'll clear it out towards the half-back flank. It's come off hands once again. Richardson was the target, fending off. Doing nicely there was Brooks. Over the top, Seeger. Richardson again runs laterally. Funky old kick into the middle of the ground that it might work here because Pryor's got away. Runs to 50. He could go the journey here, Pryor. He's gone all the way.
Oh.
He's hit the post. Would have been a great goal from Ben Pryor, but just offline and a minus score. 1-1-7 to 1 straight 6. The Tunners lead on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard.
Yeah, you just see that chaos kick of Richardson through the middle of the ground gave them some advantage, but they played on quick here from full back, the Blues.
O'Shea goes up the line. Butler had it. It's come off hands. Linda gathers. Goes with the kick around the body. Just fell at the feet of Richardson. And it couldn't fall for him. O'Shea cut out here by Hamish Dick. Runs towards full forward. Kicks to Flockhart, who was caught behind. Good positioning there by O'Sullivan that time. Brave positioning in front in this breeze. That saw it out of play for a boundary throw-in.
See the value of having Hamish Dick back in the side. He's just got very, very good football IQ.
Back in the team for the first time since round 11. He's kicked 13 goals, 6 in his 10 matches, says Hamish Dick. So boundary throw in here at half forward for the Tunners. Flockhart has got front spot. He tapped it down. There was a whistle, and there'll be a free kick going the way of the Tunners here.
Yeah.
And it's going to go to the skipper, Harry Hill, for a hold.
So Darcy Jurgen was trailing there, and the umpire had perfect vision, and just looked like the jumper came out. So it was there.
Yep.
Very dangerous
Sail
player.
flag.
Yeah,
Triangle.
It was. Probably was the breeze back.
Yeah, it might have been.
So
The jumper's a little too big for him.
he's coming off 3 last week. Very important 3 he kicked as well.
He said he was a bit rusty heading into the game last week, and he kicked 3 and had 28. He strikes this from 50. Looks good.
There it is.
He's got it.
Put it in the book.
Harry Hill on the board again. The skipper, as he's 8th for the season. As he said, he was awesome last week. I think we all looked that good when we were a bit scrappy, Hugo.
Yes.
And the Tunners out to a 7-point lead here on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard. 2-1-13. Uni Blues 1 straight 6.
Well, just the advantage of keeping the ball in your front half. Hamish Dick set that up by just getting the ball from that intercept, picking a pocket, and then you've got to make the most of your opportunities. And in no safer hands than Harry Hill.
Yep.
Playing a little bit different role with that high half forward.
The superstar he is. Furphy, one at that time in the ruck. One here by Burnell. Got rid of Sherwood. Just boots it high in towards full forward. Ag was the target. He brought it to ground. Applies the tackle on O'Sullivan. And it comes out now to O'Sullivan once again. He was looking for Irving. Couldn't quite find it, but it's all right here for the Blues because it works out. Kick towards the half-forward flank. Stewart was pushed off it well that time there by Cork. That'll be a good matchup to keep an eye on throughout the course of the afternoon. Butler, unsure where to go, decides Linda's the best option, and he's got a composed right foot, does Linda, and he finds Lohan on the wing, or on the half-back flank, rather, who kicks to the wing, looking for Richardson, comes over the back. Here's Hamish Dick again. Couldn't really gather it cleanly, and it meant the kick was a bit scruffy. Well done, though, that time for the Blues. It was good work on that occasion from Gleeson. And they'll work it up here again towards half forward, inside 50. Stewart the target. Clever little flick there. He was looking for Curran. Falls here for Stewart again, but it just wouldn't sit up for him. Still alive here for the Blues. Kicking towards full forward. It's gone. Oh, and a hack off the deck there from Charlie Cotter has just missed. Probably had a bit more time than he realised there, Cotter, but wasn't sure if he'd be able to rein it in before it crossed the line. And you only get to a high 1-1-7 to 2-1-13.
We've seen a prime example of that turnover halfback game from both teams, and it's going to get to the other end of the ground very quickly.
And just Butler goes a long kick up the line. He was looking for Carr, falls here for Pryor, who goes around the body. It's not a good kick, and it's Billy Furphy, we've been told, not William, who marks. And he goes out towards the wing where he finds Archie Lord.
So Brighton doing a good job of taking away any free players.
Goes to the low kick inside 50, looking for Curran, rode by Carr of all people. Lohan got the hand pass. He's run into trouble though. Umpire Wade, play on. High kick.
That's yours, Matty. That's yours.
Might be mine. Oh, nearly one too far away.
Yes.
It's gone out on the full. The kick from Tom Hill offline, and it will be a Tunners ball eventually. Patrons have got to retrieve it, and they're going to give it to the man who had an interview with the Old Brighton president after the game last week, apparently.
Really?
Yes, one of the kids asked me mid-interview if I was the president.
Okay, there you go. Oh, is that because you're wearing a suit?
Kick down the line. It's probably got something to do with it. Now, Hayter has got it, spins away from his man and goes with a little kick up the line just over the head of Hill, and it's marked by Sam Linda.
He's coming off a huge game last week, Matty.
Massive numbers. And that's a good kick to the skipper, Harry Hill, who goes inside 50, was looking for Travers, couldn't mark it, gathered it cleanly, across to Manton on the right boot in towards full forward. It didn't come back enough, and it was offline. And there's no one more upset about that than Cal Cummins, because he's been trying to be the unofficial Old Brighton president for years, is Cal. And I've just done one interview, and suddenly...
And then you've been elevated.
Yep.
There you go.
2-2-14 plays 1-1-7 on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard, and I was jotting the point down, Hugo, so what's happened there?
So very shallow kick in, very close to the boundary, but luckily the Blues player got a hand on it, so it'll be a ball in.
So chance here for the Tunners inside 50.
It's Jack O'Sullivan who just touched it over the line.
Got no idea how long is left in the quarter.
No.
Manton in the ruck. He got rid of his man. He threw it on the boot. Had a wild swing at that one. There was nowhere near the goals.
No.
It's gone right across the face, out on the full. We'll put that down to the Breeze playing a partial role there, but that's gone.
Yeah, we can say
well wide.
That was just a hack. Just a hack. Okay, we've gone 15, 30.
Oh, beauty. So we're about halfway through the quarter.
About halfway.
And it's 2-2-14 to 1-1-7. As Petchy would say, they're not doubling their score just yet, but it is close.
It is close, correct.
Blues, brave ball movement here, trying to switch the play in the back line, and there's an opportunity there for Cam Pearley, who just spoiled Tom Hill and is knocked down to play for a boundary throw-in.
So with those pinpoint passes, Matty, when they get a bit of elevation, the wind will have an effect on that.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a slick ball movement. You have to really go for the easiest option, execute that, maintain possession. Chain of hands will be very good in this.
Furphy and Manton competing in the ruck. Furphy won at that time and got the clearance too. Clever little flick on there by Grimley. Stewart coming out to meet it. He's bowled over by Cork. Cork's going to go follow up. Harry Hill's kick was smothered. Hayter applying the tackle on Dick. McNabb fed the hand pass back out to Hill. He had a fumble, and then Gleeson goes in over the top of him. Good to see him back out there too, Mark Gleeson. Got the errant whack in the eye in the opening minutes.
Yeah, it looked exactly like a poke in the eye, and the way he was sort of blinking and the trainer took him off, I think it was. But we won't assume. I'll find out at quarter time.
And have another stoppage here. Centre-half forward for the Tunners. We'll see another double invoice for you, Hugo. You're our boundary rider today.
Boundary rider extraordinaire.
You're checking in with Matt Smith and the Uni Blues at quarter time.
I will. I'll inspect the canteen.
Travers gets the footy here and he's caught. They worked it forward here a bit. It's inside 50 now for the Tunners.
Yeah, it is. It's dangerous time here for the Blues. They don't want to concede another one. They've got bulk numbers around the stoppage, but it's dangerous.
Travers appealing for a hold there. LaCava, can he get hands free? Don't know how he did. It's fallen here for Manton, who snaps. And he's a little closer this time, but it's just gone to the right-hand side of the goalpost and behind for Archie Manton.
It was. That was a worry I was having for the Blues. Just that momentum that Brighton had moving that ball forward, and in a dangerous spot with the wind at their back. It was a little bit fortuitous that he hacked it out of the air again.
16 goals in 3 VAFA matches for Archie Manton this season, averaging 5.3 goals.
If there was a Stephen May lookalike competition, he'd win it, especially wearing the Demons jumper.
And it's 2-3-15 to 1-1-7 at the moment. The kick is back into play. The kick up towards the centre of the ground. It's come off hands. Grimley, he's handed it straight to Seeger. And now going back with a hand pass. Here is McNabb, who got it there from Sazzoni. Up towards half forward. Big pack of players fly. Flockhart roving. Wanted to get the hand pass away. Did so to Brooks. And now Burnell on the left. In towards full forward. Here's Mann again. Oh. Too strong.
No, he's paid a free.
So he's given away the free kick. Oh, yeah, and particularly with the red and blue. That's Stephen May.
Yeah, I told you. Now you see it. You can't not see it, can't you?
I've got to call him that before full time, just out of habit. Kick up the line towards Sanaf back, asking a lot of Churgwin, who had to beat 2 Tunners. Curran coming in to apply a tackle has locked things up and we'll get a stoppage. Yep, that is a dead ringer, I believe, is what the term is, Hugo.
It certainly is. Now, this is the scoreboard pressure I was talking about, Matty. You can see it building in the Blues. They're getting a little bit more frantic, especially when Brighton are playing some forward half footy.
So they work this one up to half forward here, the Blues, but the Tunners are going to win it back. Seeger with a hand pass over the top to Burnell, who could not keep it in play.
Fleeting.
He's not happy about it either.
He nearly hit the fence. He was on the train tracks.
On the train tracks, yeah. And it's just a boundary throw rather than a last disposal, though, at least. So neutral ball.
Yeah, so we get another stoppage. The umpires are earning their money today. There's going to be bulk stoppages.
Particularly this boundary umpire here.
Yes, he's under pressure.
On the broadcast wing.
19 minutes gone.
Front spot. Trying to track it towards the boundary line there was Johnny Goddard, who's just happy to see that one over.
So we're nearly heading into time on, Matty, and you'd have to say that Brighton have been dominant in the last 5 minutes. They've got some momentum.
Yeah.
They haven't capitalised on it, but they're playing a lot of front half footy.
And the Blues would be happy that it's only 2 goals to 1, though, on the scoreboard. Flock up, front spot. Sherwood got it now, gives it away, and now Stewart playing behind the ball. Interesting move. Errant hand pass, though, allows Pryor in. Good tackle from LaCava, dispossessed him. Falls here now to Brooks, goes with the outside of the ball.
What a goal!
Beautiful goal! Ah, classy finish from Lockie Brooks. There's a goal of the day contender for Kosh, living a bit of flair from Brooks. Luxury, modern and designer outdoor furniture. And the Tunners have their third. 3-3-21 to 1-1-7 on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard, Hugo.
What an amazing execution, Matty. So that was definitely a contender for goal of the day, with the assisted by the wind, at a high wind assistance factor there, but an amazing finish. Now, you just saw that handball from James Stewart. It was a dangerous handball in a dangerous spot. Didn't execute that perfectly, and then Pryor made him pay with a great intercept. And then Brighton, with this momentum at the moment, scoreboard pressure is building for the Blues.
Yes, this time on is going to be vital here. McNabb's going to win it here from Flockhart, take a turn of the ruck up towards half forward. Ag, he couldn't quite complete the mark. He roved it and then fumbled it. Burnell following up. And yeah, it could just be a spell of 5 or so minutes where the team with the breeze kicks a few. So the Blues will have done well to this point, but they'll have to be guarded.
Correct.
Flockhart punches this one forward to Ag. Caught there by Gleeson. Gets a little kick away towards the centre of the ground. Bit of holding going on there on Hill, and umpire says play on and eventually calls for it.
Obviously, there's conditions involved out there, but I'm really curious to see how the Blues handle this pressure. They're on the wrong side of it at the moment. They've been dominant the last, 9 weeks.
Oh, well done there by Goddard, bursting away. Kicks up towards centre half forward. It's a one-on-one. Stewart and Cork both let it bounce. Now Cavalry arrive. Ball tricks towards the flank, and it's going to be Gilbert who gets the hand pass away to Cezzoni, appealing for a free kick. Linda's in there. Lord's in there. And the umpire says, give it to me. I'll have to toss this one up to get this sorted out.
Just watching James Stewart, he's getting very frustrated with Gus Cork. Now, Gus Cork's one of the best defenders in the competition. He gets a hard job every week, and he's giving James Stewart a very hard time today.
Gleeson, standing start up towards full forward. Come off hands. Cork was there. Hand pass only as far as Lord, who snaps it towards goal. And it's just bounced the wrong side of the post there from Archie Lord. A minor score for the Blues. They move to 1-2-8. The Tunners 3-3-21 on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard.
So we'll be looking for some front half footy now for the Blues. They must get an intercept off this kick in from full back.
Looks like the order of the day is Cezzoni, who's just barreled that one up towards the centre of Brighton Beach Oval. It's cleared the halfway mark, and it's been fisted away towards the boundary line, out of play. And I feel like for teams going with the breeze, that's going to be the order of the day. Go up the guts.
Absolutely. Just get as much distance and get away from the danger zone as you can. And that kick's gone about, in the end, 70 or 80 metres. They're at half forward now.
It's agricultural, but with this breeze, it's highly effective.
Look at the Paul Beardow boys having a hell of a time with that breeze too.
Toss back in, Grimley, use the body well. Sherwin's in there. Burnell with the tackle, comes out now to Irving. His hand pass cut out though by McNabb. High up and under towards half forward. And there's the man, Archie Manton again, who's just a bit too big and strong. Oh, and he's very keen to point out where the mark is as well.
He wants every millimetre.
So he is going to have to go, he's going to go for goal here. He's going to leather this one. He'll be kicking from outside 50, but the way he plays and for the accuracy that he normally kicks with, you wouldn't bet against him.
No, not at all, Matty. Player of his experience and ability. Got the score on the board. Why not have a shot at goal? But that was an amazing mark because the Blues defenders were in the right spot, and for some reason they turned around because they heard a call of someone else, and it was probably Archie saying mine.
He's had 3 shots already, 2 behind and out on the full, although they haven't been from a set shot. He strikes this from 50. He has flushed that. He's flushed that. He could not have hit that better if he tried, Manton. What a roost from beyond the arc.
That was amazing. So that could be your call. Beyond the arc. that was huge. Went through post high.
So he nearly kicked that into the next street.
Yeah, that was perfect execution. He put it out to the left, and you know the breeze would come back his own ability, and just adds to this scoreboard pressure we're seeing. Hey, Matty, from that kick in, that was a shot on goal previously for the Blues, and now look, we went to half forward and then a mark goal. So that's excellent.
It's incredible.
Backs against the wall, the Blues here.
Got to marvel at these players. I wish I could kick it that well. I think we all do. That's an unbelievable kick.
Yeah, it is. My boot had come off.
So back in the middle here, Carr won the hit out, but it's going to be the Blues who win the clearance. Furphy up towards full forward. Stewart got a hand to it. Grasped it though at the last. He fights on. So does Townsend. It's in the pocket now. Butler on hands and knees. got it away to Gilbert, gives the hand pass to Goodger, back inboard to Linda, and now Hill drew the man and gave it to Seeger. Runs out of defence and then spears a kick down the line, and drifting in from the side was Richardson, who marks. And all of a sudden they'll be going inside 50 here, although it was a great smother from Trent Cossar. Good anticipation from the number 38. And prevented the Tunners from going inside 50 again. It's something about the sleeves, Hugo.
Yeah, believe in the sleeve. No, he's got amazing talent, Trent Cossar. He's got that real X factor. He plays on instinct. But that was an amazing passage of play by Brighton. That chain of hands that we saw that we're famous for, and they are getting the band back together, aren't they? Don't write this team off, Matty.
No, definitely
I never would. I never did.
No. Carr front spot. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, no, they're only getting stronger.
They are, but
stronger.
They've got a very strong breeze behind them as well, Matty.
Yes.
So we'll anticipate this being Blues' advantage next quarter. It's going to be a game of two halves.
Linda, Goodger's got it now. He's taken it a very good tackle. You're right. And Max Irving, wasting no time, throwing himself back into the thick of things today. Great to see him back, having missed a couple of games due to concussion. McNabb over to Seeger, pushed as he kicked it, but it's going to stay in play. Oh, good use of the body by Travers and a good mark on the half-forward flank. And he might be within range here.
He saw Archie Manton do it, so if he can do it, so can I. If I was the
if he kicks it as well as Archie Mann, he's every chance. He's probably about 5 metres closer into the line when he kicks it.
Yeah, the angle
distance.
Angle won't be an issue because of that breeze. He's favouring the breeze, pushing it back. I'll be looking for Felix Flockhart to come and play on the line, the big man.
So, in front of the scoreboard, right up against the railway tracks, Luke Travers. He just steps inside the field of play now. Gets close to the man on the mark, kicks it for 50, and the breeze is caught it towards the goal square. Won't quite have the distance. Thumped away for a rush behind.
You just saw Joey Furphy getting back there like a good ruckman should. Trent Cossar there, all the big guys, they anticipated that, as we did. So a good result for the Blues.
They'll bring it back into play here. They're not going to waste any time. Kick for Townsend, who marks it just inside the boundary line, apparently.
Yeah, well, the umpire had his hands behind his back, shaking his head.
Very, very close indeed. Luxor fortune for Townsend, or scrubby old kick down the line, but it works.
Effective.
Lands into the lap of Joey Furphy, and they're out the back here. Kick inside 50. Front on contact, free kick. Yes, it's going to be paid to Tom Hill. And no advantage. They're just happy to take the set shot here. So you laid the spoil there. Almost got it perfect, Hugo, but just caught in front on at the last minute. And Tom Hill will get the free kick.
Yeah, that was the advantage of the fast play and having front position, so there's nothing the Brighton defender could really do there. This is still a hard kick, but a very important kick. Get one more back before quarter time, and when we're 27 and a half minutes gone. And I would say that's probably a 50-50 quarter.
What are you aiming for here if you're Tom Hill? Are you trying to keep it low? Are you aiming for the point post, the goal post? It's about 30 out on a slight angle.
Yeah, you probably need to favour the ball to the left goal post, but what he needs to do is lower the ball drop. The wind affects the ball drop here, and that's where a lot of players come unstuck. So you nearly need to have your hand right down at the ball. Let's watch his ball drop here. That wasn't a bad ball drop.
He punches it low. He's hung it out to the left, though. And the breeze has not brought that back. 2 goals, 9 for Tom Hill this season.
Yep. There might be something in that, Matty.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie.
139 to 4428 on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard.
Sammy Linda.
And Linda's got it now.
Yeah, there it goes.
He's going to drive it long, and drive it long is what he does. Up to the centre line again. It's come off hands. It was a good effort there from Flockhart. Irving crumbed it. Hand pass out wide. Hoffman was there. And that'll be a last disposal. That's a bit unfortunate. It was accidentally socked off the ground by Tom Burnell, but it's going to be a free kick here for the Blues. And how many minutes gone are we, Hugo?
28 and a half gone, Matty. So there has been quite a few. There's still a good minute or so to go, you would think.
Hill's got it here on the wing and goes up towards half forward. Big pack of players here. Carr flew over the top with the spoil. It's hit the deck though. Linda got the hands free. Away to Carr. Burnell, slick, looking for Gilbert. Hill's got it. Gets it back from McNabb. It goes with a kick into the middle. It's a beauty too. It finds Ag, who wants to wheel and go quickly. He's got a bit of space. He's got a man. Couple free at half forward. Hamish Dick's got it. Wastes no time. In towards half forward. And Archie Manton again. And he's kicked it from about this spot before. And you'll back him to do it once again.
Absolutely, Matty. But you just see Harry Hill through there. Just a time and space. Beautiful execution. But it was really composed football by the Old Brighton there. And they are looking very, very good.
Such clean ball use in difficult conditions as well.
You can tell they do a lot of contested handball work because they are excellent in that. Very good communicators with each other. They know where another player is, and they execute the right option most times.
Well, we know he can do it, Archie Matten. 45-degree angle. Be kicking from 50 metres out.
There it is again, Matty!
High again. He's kicked it close again. Oh, it's just offline. Looked good.
Looked very good.
70% of the way.
The wind actually didn't affect that too much. It stayed a little bit straighter. So with that gusty, blustery breeze, a little bit inconsistent. So
1 goal, 3 and an out in the full from Archie Mann. He could have had an all-timer of an opening term.
Well, it's probably lucky for the Blues he didn't.
Yeah.
It's only a 21-point deficit at the moment.
What if they could keep him for finals? This is today his 4th game of the season.
Yep.
And he's kicked it so far that it's a couple of streets away. We'll be a fair bit of time on trying to get this footy back. But
yeah, this will be a long quarter.
He's going to cause all sorts of problems for opposition if he's eligible for finals, Archie Manton.
He will when you think about having Felix Flockhart and Richardson down there as well.
Kick in,
Big Carr.
Back in, and Josh Carr marks it half forward and spears a low dart inside 50. Kicked it like a ruckman. And Travers is in there, and he was taken high in the forward pocket, the right forward pocket, and he'll get it. And he'll get another look at goal.
Well, the Blues defence just under siege at the minute. They're not getting any reprieve at all. They're trying to exit the ball as much as they can, and then it's just coming back with interest.
Well, we marvel at, we marvel at Old Brighton's opening term.
Yep.
We've got to wonder how much of it is wind assisted. We'll find out by half-time when the Blues have their go.
So I'll be very curious to be in Matt Smith's quarter-time address just to see what his message is. You can't panic at these stages because you've got to play for your conditions.
So Luke Travers has already kicked one today from a similar spot. He comes in here now and slots that one through. No mistake. 2 for Travers. And the Tunners just starting to get a bit of reward for their dominance here in this opening term. That's their 5th. 5-5-35 to 139 on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard. Think differently about aged care because we do. TLC Healthcare are Old Brighton's principal partner.
So that was a great execution on goal there, but they probably had a lot of goal-kicking practices in conditions like this being their home ground. But we'll just see the way the Blues travel in the next minute or so because we're deep into red time. What they don't want to do is give away another goal. What they can't do is panic. They have to go back to your system and structure and get your ball moving going again. Too much bombing up the line at the moment.
Carr that time won it, but it was sharked by Gleeson. Kicked it. Goddard really didn't go very far. Lord was in there. Akosh following up. Cork playing up the ground. Scrubs to kick up the line. Good attack there by Pryor, but a strong tackle from O'Shea and lock things up. And they've kicked 3 goals in time on at the Tunners, which is kind of what we touched on. The first 20 minutes, the Blues had held up well.
Yep.
The Tunners since have just started to make their way, break through a bit more. Kick off the deck from Carr, didn't go very far. LaCava caught by Hamish Dick, and that's holding the ball. And they might be able to get another late opportunity for goal here. Hamish Dick.
Put it in the square, Hamish. Put it in the square. Get it moving.
Even with this breeze, he's probably still too far out to score.
Yeah, he's got some good marking options down there, though.
He's going to try and hit up the lead, and it's not a good kick, although the Blues players spoil each other. It was roved well, though, by O'Shea. And then Furphy trying to paddle his way out of defence. He did pretty well in the end. Irving was there. Throws out now. It's come here to McNabb, who had a fumble. Irving again. Campili. His hand pass comes out. Goddard was there. And now it's back to Billy Furphy. And the hand pass goes back and a kick up towards the wing. Bouncing football. Butler was there. He couldn't gather it cleanly. Neither could Cotter. Butler goes back with the hand pass. Linda goes inboard to McNabb. He was dispossessed. And then Cotter again following up. Caught by Hamish Dick. And the umpire calls for it a couple of metres in from the boundary line, just forward of the wing for the Blues. So the interchange gates.
That was execution there. Buckland who just failed to execute that handball, and very rare occasion, but that brought the Blues back into it.
Goddard managed to get hands free, but his hand pass was charged down by Seeger. Kick around the body, just over the head of Hag. He's got to follow up to it now. He did really well, Ryan Hag. Oh, and he says, get out of my way, Cossa! See you later.
Yes.
His hand pass, not effective though. Comes out now to Hill, outside of the boot in towards full forward. Akosh front spot, runs into Travers and he's got to be gone. Umpire said no. Play on's the call and eventually says give it to me. Tell you what.
I think the umpire thought it was knocked free in the tackle, which it was, but he had prior opportunity to get rid of that. Oh,
Flockhart does the 360, snaps home a beauty. Oh, welcome back, Felix.
Yes. Right on the buzzer, Matty.
On the siren too. Well, I'm glad you heard it because I didn't. This breeze is chaotic here in this opening term. And what a way to wrap it up for the Tunners at quarter time. A goal for Felix Flockhart out of the ruck. 6-5-41 to 139 on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard. Old Brighton's principal partner think differently about aged care because they do. Hugo, your brief thoughts on that opening term?
Well, definitely wind assisted, Matty, as I make my way down to the huddles. Roving Hugo here we've got going. But we'll really want to see now what the Blues can answer back with in the next quarter when they've got that massive breeze. But an amazing goal by Felix Flockhart on the final siren, which is what he can do. So I'll talk to you soon, Matty.
No, thank you for that, Hugo. Goal kickers to this point, 2 for Luke Travers and then single to Harry Hill, Archie Manton, Lockie Brooks, and on the siren there to Felix Flockhart. Sam Grimley, the lone goal scorer thus far for the University Blues. This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 15 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. It is a 32-point lead to the Tunners at quarter time, but it's the Blues who'll have their turn with the breeze in this second term. How will it play out? We'll find out in a matter of moments.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Footy finals are almost here, and there's no better way to kick them off than at the 2026 William Buck VAFA Finals Luncheon. Join MC Nat Edwards, AFL legends and Brownlow medalists James Heard and Jimmy Bartel, plus Jason Bennett and the VAFA media team for a live For the Love of the Game finals preview. Friday, September 4th at the RACV City Club. Enjoy a premium 2-course lunch, beverage package and an unforgettable afternoon of football stories and finals insights. Book your tickets now at vafa.com.au. Don't miss out on one of the biggest events on the VAFA calendar.
Hey guys, at GYG we never compromise on the quality of our food. That's why we only serve 100% free-range chicken. We're on a mission to reinvent fast food, because who said fast food had to be bad food? Love ya.
The VAFA Rising Star Award recognises the competition's most talented young players. Each week, the VAFA Rising Star Committee receives nominations for 1 male and 1 female player aged 20 years or under who played no more than 7 senior games before this season. Our overall season winners will be declared the VAFA Rising Stars for 2026. So if your club has a young gun making their mark, nominate them now at media@vafa.com.au.
Stay up to date with all the latest from the Victorian Amateur Football Association with the brand new VAFA app. Stay connected with live scores, fixtures, stats and news from across the Victorian Amateur Football Association right at your fingertips. Download the VAFA app today from the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook and LinkedIn. Has someone just taken a screamer or kicked goal of the year? Send us your best and we might share them around the league. Join in the fun with all the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. They're all on VAFA socials. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Quarter time here at Brighton Beach Oval. This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 15 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. A top 4 encounter between Old Brighton and University Blues, and it is the hosts, the Tunners, who lead at quarter time by 32 points, 6-5-41 to 139. They did, though, have the advantage of a very, very strong breeze to the Mare Street and the right of your radio dial. It'll be the Uni Blues who get that advantage in the second term. They've got a bit of work to do if they want to eat into that deficit. We will head down now to ground level. Matt Smith, the coach of University Blues, a big message to deliver to his boys.
Yeah, we're just letting ourselves down overall. I hate to say it, but we're just softer around it than what they are. The backs are being dictated to. The forwards, we're letting them go wherever they want. Yeah, so get physical on them. Take away their leading lanes before they get the opportunity to get there. So do your work early. Hilly's going to start back there and start to drive that as well. But get that chat and get that energy up, yeah? We're just a little bit flat. I said at the start of the game, the scoreboard is irrelevant here. 5 goals can happen in an instant here, so that's irrelevant. But we have to get back to playing our style. Forwards, make sure that we have 6 ahead of the ball and that we hunt in numbers down there. We're being outnumbered in our forward line, which is where we want the ball trapped, yeah? We want to keep it off territory. and we're just overusing it. Mids, be predictable to the forwards. Don't force the extra handball. If we have to take territory and a quick kick forward with the wind will carry it forward for us if we need to. Sit it up and let the forwards contest. Yeah, it's basic footy, but we have to get back to the fundamentals. We have to be stronger at the source and stronger over the footy. Yeah? All right, let's go. Get it done.
I get here to Matt Smith, the coach of University Blues, addressing his team. We'll head right back down there now because Hugo is with him.
Thanks, Matt. That was a very passionate speech there. A little bit of frustration in. What do you need to improve on the most?
As you would have heard, it's just at the source. They're a bit stronger than us over the footy. They're body lining the footy, and we're sort of just standing back and allowing them to run through.
Yeah, they're always a great side on this ground, and they have been a great side over the couple of years. Where would you like to be at half-time to give yourself a good chance of winning this game in the second half?
We just got to peg it back. I mean, if we get our game going a little bit, we can still score into it in the second win, but if we can get back to level pegging, that's obviously great. But as I said, Dan, 4 or 5 goals can happen pretty quick here with this breeze.
Best of luck for the second half.
Thank you, Hugo, and to Matt Smith. They're very grateful for the insight into the huddles for all the teams throughout the course of the season. That quarter-time break, by the way, was thanks to Lexus of Brighton. Relentless pursuit of perfection around the grounds for Hodges Real Estate we'll get to in just a moment because it feels we're all ready to start the second quarter here at Brighton Beach Oval. We're just waiting, so we'll do that now if any of the scores decide that they are going to load for me. Old Trinity with a bit of an upset brewing over Old Scotch early. 5-3-33 plays 3-1-19. Caulfield Grammarian 6-1-37 over St Bernard's 4-3-27. Old Haileybury out of the locks against St Kevin's early. 4-4-28 plays 2-3-15. And Old Zavs leading Uni Blacks 38-22. Start of the second term here. It's a 32-point advantage for Old Brighton as we get things underway. McNabb got the hand pass from Flockhart. Kick up towards half forward. It was Pryor who was the target. It's come off hands. O'Shea with a kick out of there finds Goddard, who took a good mark. And he goes out towards the South Road wing. Bouncing ball. Kosh was there. Can he pick it up cleanly? He does, but then he's caught in a good tackle. The umpire calls for it. 6-2-38 plays 3-4-22. Old Zaverians leading University Blacks to start the second term there. Around the grounds, thanks to Hodges Real Estate. We'll keep you posted on those scores right throughout the course of the afternoon. Linda gets the hand pass from Burnell and goes with a kick up the line. And a good fly over the top there from Jack O'Sullivan for the Blues. Early mark of the day contender thanks to Abercrombie. And he's going to make use of the breeze here, and he's just going to belt it up towards half forward. Clears everyone, and it'll be a free kick here for the Blues on the half forward flank. And it's going to be taken by the former Frosty Miller medal winner, Sam Grimley. And Hugo, as I welcome you back, this is well within his range here.
There we go. I'm back. I'm back.
Sorry, I didn't realise you weren't back yet.
No, I was. But no, that's very kickable distance with a favourable breeze behind his back. And this will be the start that the Blues absolutely want. You just saw Matt Smith at quarter time there. A little bit frustrated with the performance, but that's a good wake-up call for the team.
Kicking from outside 50, Grimley. Distance won't be an issue, but he's pushed it across the face, well out to the right. And only a minor score to start this second term. Thanks to Trade Tech Services Australia. Industry leader in the turnkey installation of major infrastructure. They make it happen.
Tell you what, Matty, there's nothing more frustrating than when you're trying to get up a set of stairs, you're in a rush, and two people are the slowest moving people I've ever seen, and had the biggest conversation about the colour of drapes or something like that.
They think it's a Sunday, not a Saturday. Oh, that's not a very good kick. It's a very short kick, and I don't know how that was 15 metres. He was caught by the man on the mark, Goddard. And I don't think he was 15 metres away from the kicker, but the umpire's paid it.
Yeah, you don't see that every day.
No, that's very rare.
That's why players warming up, bit of kick to kick, but that's those troublesome conditions. So the Blues will be very happy with this, maintaining some forward half footy, even though we're only very early into the quarter, but multiple shots on goal.
So just inside 50 here, Goddard, a couple of metres in from the boundary line. Kick looks good. Ball's brought back beautifully. Great kick from Goddard, and that's the start the Blues wanted to get things underway in this second term. Jeremy Goddard lands the first counter punch for the visitors. And with 2 minutes gone here in the second term on the Trade Tech Services Australia scoreboard, it is 2-4-16 the Blues. Old Brighton 6-5-41.
Well, there's one back, Matty. There's one back. So a great start there by the Blues and putting some pressure back on Brighton now. So that's very, very interesting.
We've seen that's been a pretty good flank for goal kicking today, that one.
It's been very favourable.
Been Travers, Manton, now Goddard. All right, so the Blues have got an early one. They're on the path back. Furphy out of the middle, tried to palm it forward. They've gained a couple of metres here. McNabb's in there, hands it out to Campeely, gives it back down to Linda, and Louis Butler at centre half back. Goes with a kick out towards Goodyear. It was a good sprawl there by Akosh. Brought it to ground. Numbers favour the Tunners here. Gilbert arriving. Had a devil of a time trying to pick it up, but his hand pass down the line is out of bounds, and it's a Dairy Queen free, Hugo. And the Blues wasting no time. Kicking towards the forward. Stewart, yes! Here we go. James Stewart, you can only keep him out of the game for so long. Cork did a good job on him in the first term, but could do nothing about that one. And about 15 metres out, directly in front, James Stewart is going to line up for goal.
Yes, we saw in the first quarter James Stewart playing a bit higher to account of that wind, and now, of course, they put him straight to the square, and that was an excellent kick off that lasso, and that's a great part of the rule. It just gets the game moving so quickly. You've got to be on your toes the whole time.
So James Stewart, leading goal kicker in the VAFA this season. He comes in now, he splits the middle. Goal number 65 of the season. And the Blues have got the hot start here. 3 gone. They've wasted barely any time in this second term. They moved to 3-4-22 to 6-5-41. It's back to 19 points in the blink of an eye, Hugo.
Exactly, Matty. Here we go. So this is what we're talking about, the tale of 2 halves this quarter. It will be the Blues' turn to have a go with the breeze. And so, obviously, this is where making the most of your opportunities really counting.
Yep.
Do you probably think that Brighton left a few on the table with those multiple shots on goal in the first quarter? Time will tell, Matty.
We'll find out, yep. Never judge a breeze or never judge a pitch until both teams are patted on it, as they say.
Book by its cover.
And there's a hold here, and that's going to go the way of Gleeson out of the middle.
So I had confirmation that he did cop a finger in the eye, which gave him a little bit of a concern, but he's all good now.
Oh, it's good to see him back out there. He's one of the Blues' best.
Very important part
Goes
of it.
long towards full forward. Stewart's there again. He's going to cause them headaches in this term, you get the feeling. They've just got away with it that time, though, the Tunners. It was Pryor who was the target. Kick out of defence, was knocked away. Hamish Dick with a kick up the line. Good attack on the footy there from Conway. He tries to bust through the tackle. He did well. Over to Furphy. Long towards full forward to Stewart again. It's gone over his head that time. He's bounced through for a behind there to Joe Furphy, who kicked it probably from the centre line in retrospect.
And he didn't kick through it.
We didn't draw attention to it. We mentioned that in the pre-game that there's a chance a few kicks will go over the head of James Stewart. And there's one that did there, 3-5-23 to 6-5-41. Trade Tech Services Australia's scoreboard.
That's a lasso.
Another Dairy Queen. And it's going to the Blues again. Hayter this time's got it at half forward. He wants to move it quickly. He goes into the pocket looking for Stewart again, knocked away from him. And a play, boundary throw in. Oh, the Blues, they're making the most of this breeze.
Absolutely they are. They've had multiple entries very, very frequently. And Gus Cork is doing a fantastic job down there on James Stewart. But he's going to get a good look at it today, Gus Cork, in this quarter.
Yep. It was a great battle between him and McIsaac last week. McIsaac had 8 attempts on goal, but Cork was very good against him.
Well, we contemplated giving him the award, didn't we, mate?
We did. Curran out of the stoppage, got a hand pass away. And that's where the move broke down. Yeah, no, it was a terrific duel. But Harry Hill was outstanding. 10 clearances as well as those 3 goals.
Huge.
Stewart in the ruck this time. He's tapped down, wasn't effective. Now Linda looking to try and get it from Butler. Could only help it out of play. Boundary throw in. It's still inside attacking 50 here for the Blues.
Yeah, see, that was the pressure of the Blues then on Brighton trying to exit. And it's worked out well for the Blues. They've got a stoppage here in their forward at 50 again, Matty.
Yep. The pressure is mounting. They've got a couple of early goals in this term just to get them on the path early. Stewart front spot. Caught there was Butler. Curran in there. He gets a hand free to Stewart. Tries to hack it off the deck. Goes in again. Cork falling over the top of him. And another stoppage. And I think those couple of goals are important because if you go 5-10 minutes without one, it can cause a bit of panic.
Very true.
Flockhart won the hit out that time. McNabb intercepted the hand pass from Hayter and goes down the line. Furphy playing behind the ball, but terrific mark from Pryor. That became a mark of the day contender. From Ben Pryor. And a kick up the line. Oh, Sosa! Oh, he did everything but hold it. Oh, it would have been a beauty. Would have outdone Pryor for sure. Bounced out of his hand just as he was trying to stick the landing. The Tunners have won it here. Neat chain of hand passes. Cossa trying to make amends on a tackle on Burnell. And then the hand pass keeps free. Umpire waves play on. Back to Cossa now. Takes the tackle. Oh, I tell you what, Cossa, that was a good fly.
Another one of these almost.
As soon as his foot hit the deck, it just bounced out.
I don't know what he did. He did everything right.
Carr down to Gleeson. Bouncing ball up towards the wing. Good trap there by Linda, who goes around the body. Oh, well done, Gleeson. Great courage. And he's going to get 50 as well. And he's going to be within range here. A 50 kicking with the wind pretty much automatically brings you within range no matter where you are. And I think Harry Hill was just trying to delay Gleeson's movement a bit there, and the umpire was all over it.
Well, the umpire had perfect vision of it, and must definitely be there because no one gives Harry Hill a 50-metre penalty.
Oh, no.
He'd nearly have to shoot the president.
No, not yet. Well, not me.
Yes, yeah. Oh, that's right. That's you, isn't it?
Yes.
The suited president.
Well, it's captain on captain. Marty Gleeson will be kicking from outside 50. That's no issue. Barely an angle to speak of. Sets up a home. It's being brought back beautifully. 3 on the board for the Blues. That's a terrific kick from Marty Gleeson, but we expect no less. He's led by example all season. And the Blues are making their move 4-5-29 to 6-5-41. That is on the Trade Tech Services Australia scoreboard. And yes, for the umpire to ping Harry Hill at home for a 50-metre penalty, it's got to be pretty egregious, Hugo.
No, definitely. But it was there, Matty, and so you've got to make the most of your opportunities. And you sort of find when you're under siege, these things don't go your way.
So Carr and Furphy that time winning the hit out, punched it forward, looks to follow up. Linda might have been caught by Irving, umpire wave play on, hacked off the deck towards the South Road wing, and now Goodger flicks a hand pass over the top. Only as far as Goddard though, around the body up towards half forward. It's Hoffman and Townsend competing, and the boundary line beats both.
So once again, forward half of the Blues. So what Brighton need to do is probably trying to retain possession. Everything's very linear, if you notice, Maxi. Yeah. Matty, I've called you Maxi 3 times today. I don't know what's going on with it. You've got to...
I haven't changed my name without realising, have I?
No, not that I know of, but that can happen very easily these days.
Yes,
identity theft.
Apparently. Carr, front spot, hands it towards the boundary line. Linda was there, around the body on the right boot, only as far as O'Shea. He couldn't complete the mark, and now it'll be the Tunners who push it further afield. Manton was pushed under the ball. Agg caught without it, and the umpire has spotted the free kick. So Ryan Agg's got it. In between wing and half forward. Rare opportunity for the Tunners to go forward in this second term. Sets it inside 50 for Manton. Caught under it. Comes over the back.
Oh, Jordy.
Well rode by Seeger. Got a man over the top for Campili. Oh, classy play from Seeger. Set it all up. And Campili the beneficiary, and that is gold dust into the wind. Massive for the Tunners. 7-5-41. to 4-5-29 on the Trade Tech Services Australia scoreboard.
Yeah, very important goal that. That's first entry, deep entry for the quarter.
Yep.
And that was great work by Archie Manton there. That was a 1-on-4 just to contest. Just to absolutely just contest, make sure you didn't have to win it, just don't get beaten. And he wasn't beaten there, so that's fantastic. And then Geordie Seeger just coasted in with that perfect run through the pack.
Yes.
And then how unselfish. That's absolute team play. And that's what Geordie Seeger does. So that's a play of the day for mine so far.
Probably in the breeze, you want to make a sure thing of it, and a man in the goal square is a sure thing of it most times. 8 gone in this second term. Trade Tech Services Australia scoreboard, and the Tunners get one into the breeze, and they're going to win the clearance again here. Hill up towards full forward. Manton in a 1-on-1. Was knocked away from him. It was well done there. O'Shea gathers it, belts it out of there. Only as far, though, as Linda, who marks it half forward. And he's got a man at centre half forward. It's McNabb. Oh, it was a good spoil. McNabb follows it up. Kicking towards full foot. Bouncing ball. Cossa. Slick handball looking for O'Shea. Hacked off the deck. It's just going to be effective, though. Hand pass comes back to Ebert. His kick was smothered. And it gathered once again. Hand pass away. Hill follows up. Cut it out. He got it free. And then it's gone out of play. It'll be tossed inside 50 here for the Tunners inside 50. They're looking to try and get another one into the wind here.
Yeah, great example of some forward defensive pressure there by the Tunners, because the Blues looked like they were out, so they really need to capitalise again.
So here we go, Manton and Grimley doing the ruck work. Manton front spot. gathered here that time by Goddard. Goes high around the body up towards the wing. Comes off hands. Oh, Churgwin had a bit of a fumble and then looks to slide the hand pass out to Goddard, but it missed him. And the Tunners have numbers here. Good, strong tackle applied, though, by Lord. Forced a turnover. Stewart trying to crash through. Churgwin with another fresh area off the deck. Comes out now to Hill. Inventive with the outside of the boot. Up towards half forward. Ag gets away from his man. He's running into 4 Blues. He wants to take them all on. Umpire wave play on. Brooks to Richardson. He tries to wear the tackle. He threw that one out. Manson trying to take on the world. And he's caught high. He fended off high, rather. So a free kick to the Blues. Short Lacava. Anticlimactic. Everyone take on everyone else, Hugo. It's a brave kick from Lacava.
But it's the first time we've seen some lateral movement as well. So that's a very good play. Problem is we needed to move that quicker.
Kicked it to O'Shea at full back, and Pryor was closing, and Lacava's kept on running here, and we'll get the kick from O'Shea. So we haven't seen too much of this, just chipping it around in the defence from this end. Normally, players have been doing this, which is just clearing their lines very quickly. Curran gives it away. Furphy with a hand pass over the top. Only as far as Sazzoni now. He's caught. Does get an up and under kick away. Harry Hill now caught by Goddard. Good bear tackle. And or bear hug, rather. I think it's a bear tackle. I think it's a bear hug. I think I've done it again. Here you go.
Yeah,
I've done it a few times this year.
You may have, Matty, but that's all right. We'll let that slip. I think you got away with that. We won't revisit that.
Carr, Churgwin, Hill, bustles his way clear, but O'Shea was read that well behind the ball. Takes the mark, goes in towards centre half forward. Ball bouncing here. Gilbert, he's got Cotter to contend with. Cotter almost had him. Just getting the hand pass away. Now Seeger's got it. Kick up the line. Looking for Ag, who marks between wing and half back for the Tunners. He's got men running alongside him. He elects instead to go with the kick inboard. Really dangerous. Oh, what a heavy hit.
Wow.
Strong courage going back with the flight there. I think it was Brooks. And it's going to be no, it's not going to be 50. It's all fair in the marking contest. Running the other way was Lloyd. And then Ag. And another neat pass inside 50. Here's Brooks now. Great courage.
Yeah. Probably nothing untoward in that whatsoever. It was two players holding their ground. So no, nothing was raised or anything like that. And now they've done really well here, Brighton, to maintain possession and find that marking option in their forward 50 again.
So Brooks has got it from 50. No. Oh, he tried to sell the dummy, and then he slipped, and then he's caught by O'Sullivan. Oh, it's all happening at the moment. Cotter's got one arm pinned. Did well to get a hand pass away to Churgwin. His kick up the line is aimless. There was only one man there, and it's Darcy Gilbert. And he goes with a central kick. And now a quick kick to Linda, who just took the mark. Despite the attention from Townsend. McNabb's got it here on the wing. Goes with the kick off a step. Looking. Sullivan nearly took that. An inch off the turf. Umpire wave play on. It was a great effort.
It was. Yeah, it must have been a bump ball. It looked like a mark to me from here. But the umpire was in a good position.
So tossed here at half forward for the Tunners. Irving over now to Churgwin. Belts it again up towards half forward, clears everyone. It's going to bounce inside 50. Stewart's got a 1-on-2 to contend with. He's got Cork and Gilbert for company, and it's just trickled out of play, and just as well because Stewart was running into goal. It's not a bad result there for the Blues.
Yeah, that ball bounced with a leg break there, otherwise Stewart was out. So that was a win for the Brighton. They get a chance to get numbers back there, and they just have to try and work their way out of defence again.
So toss in here at right half forward for the Blues, they've kicked 3 goals to 1 in this term. But the Tunners will be happy with how it's going at the moment. Carr, kick around the body. Pryor going back with a flight. Good courage. There's a free kick for a hold.
Yep.
And a Tunners ball. Charlie Richardson was held out of the contest and will get the free kick. We haven't called his name too much today, Richardson.
No, probably not the conditions suiting him today. That's dangerous.
Oh, that is a dangerous switch. And they're under a bit of pressure here now. Akosh, great pressure, but he's held. He's held Campili Butler without the ball.
Yeah, no, Butler made sure the umpire saw that was going on. But very good defence for the Blues then.
19 gone in this second term. We've got Buttons. Bruce, stop watching for us. Yes.
He's outstanding.
He's not just getting us to where he's keeping time as well. A couple of us here with 2 invoices today, Hugo.
Yes.
Sazzoni at centre half back for the Tunners. They're just hoping to chip it around a bit for the moment. Be patient with this. Richardson's got it on the wing. He's got Pryor Whiter, who marks, wastes no time, wheels on the right, goes to Travers at half forward. That's a well-judged mark.
Yeah. It was either going to be a mark or a free kick.
And he doesn't want to go for goal. He wants to kick it up towards Brooks at full forward, who flew early, brought it to ground. Ball's alive here in the goal square, and that is a free kick. And it was high, and I'm just trying to figure out which umpire. Was it the controlling umpire or non-controlling?
Non-officiating, who was about at half forward. And he basically saw that Felix was hit high and made that call from the long way out.
So Felix Flockhart's ball, again, no sure thing, although the man on the mark is sitting on the point of the goal square. But with this breeze, again, you'll just want to kick this one low ball drop.
Low ball drop.
Punch it low,
and basically kick it through it as well. You don't want to soft kick this. This has to go with a bit of aggression.
So Flockhart now in game 50. No mistake. And this has been a massive 5 minutes for the Tunners. A pair of goals into the wind. And they've just managed to keep the University Blues at bay for the time being. And they move to 8-5-51. And the Blues 4-5-29. And that is on the Trade Tech Services Australia scoreboard. And we have just gone over 20 minutes gone in this second term. So just approaching time on. We've got no scoreboard here at Brighton Beach Oval today. So we're having to improvise a bit with timekeeping.
Yeah, no, we're doing well. We're multitasking here, which what we have to do. But this is an absolute win for Brighton this quarter.
Yep.
They initially started with a flurry of shots on goal from the Blues, but Brighton have come back really well.
Furphy. I hope McNabb's going to win the clearance, though, around the ball up towards half forward. Cosso, he held on to it that time. Would have been good if he held the mark of the year a couple of minutes ago. Evert running alongside for the hand pass, gets it now and goes with a kick up towards half forward. Well done, though, by Hill. Brought it to ground nicely. Campili fumbled the mark. That allows LaCava in, and he's paddled it along the line nicely here as Campili, but then they've run up a cul-de-sac through Travers, and the umpire calls for the football on the South Road wing.
Just notice Old Haileybury really getting away from St Kevin's there. So Old Haileybury 7-4-46, St Kevin's 4-5-29. That's an interesting one, Matty.
It's around the grounds thanks to Hodges Real Estate. The Tunners win the clearance here. Kick up towards half forward. Mark taken by Ebert. Chirgwin was down behind play for a moment, but he's just got up to his feet now. Kick towards half forward. Stewart and Cork. Cork used the body well. Umpire happy to let that one play on. Butler out to Seager. Gathered it cleanly. Gets away from his man. Indulges it and bounce. Great chase from O'Sullivan. Brilliant stuff. Wouldn't give it up. Umpire says play on. Burnell with a hand pass over the top. Oh, neat little spin out of trouble there from Hill. And then a lovely kick into the middle of Brighton Beach Oval. Mark taken by Lord. Just goes long. Goes towards Stewart in a one-on-one with Cork. Bouncing ball that favoured Gilbert here. Just got away from the clutches of Grimley. And he's given it straight to Stewart. There's a goal. Oh, he's kicked enough on his own, Stewart. He doesn't need any charity. He got the easiest goal he'll kick all season there. It was well done by Gilbert, but a short little chip across the face of goal landed straight into the lap of Stewart.
Yeah, so look, it was the right thing to do, Matty. He didn't want to bomb it along at the line. He's looking for that lateral movement, but you have to execute. And with this breeze, it's harder to execute, especially under pressure when you've got that ball drop, wind blows it a little bit, and you can miss hit. And, geez, what a bloke to kick it to as well.
It's not the guy you want to be giving up free opportunities to.
You feel for Gus Cork. He's done such a good job on him all day. There was nowhere near him. Why did they kick it to him? Well, you had the ball.
So we're back in the middle again. Timely one for the Blues, just to try and eat away at the deficit a bit more. Are we looking at the review and go, oh, Gus, you let Stewart kick two on you. How'd you manage that? Oh, don't blame me.
It wasn't me.
But pointing the finger squarely at Darcy Gilbert post-match. That's a goal assist for the number 30.
Yes, you see the Blues with a little bit of momentum now. So Brighton have had their turn now. What they have to do is they have to turn this momentum, but it's going to be hard to exit this forward 50.
So we've got a stoppage here at half forward. They've been able to work this one up the ground a little bit here, have the Blues, although McNabb with the clearing kick out towards the wing. Blues have the numbers here. Hayter, got away from Goodger nicely. Gives it to LaCava. Long towards Townsend, a full forward. Flockhart drifting back. Kills the contest. Looks it out of play. It'll be a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for the Blues.
So a dangerous position here, and as a result, Brighton have thrown plenty of numbers back. My concern, Matty, is if they win this, how do they exit? Because the Blues have bulk numbers waiting up at half forward. So it has to be a run and carry, lateral space movement, retain possession, but it's got a long way back from there. Oh, they went through for a point.
Oh, did it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Umpire just waved the flag.
All right, well, the rush behind there for the Blues. Thank you for that, Hugo.
No worries. Well, this is a little bit more advantageous for it's up. Where is the ball?
It's punched
there it is. It's come out of the
in the cricket nets.
It went in the cricket nets.
We're about to dust those down very soon.
Yes,
we've got test matches starting in a week's time in Australia.
Yes.
Cricket has come very early this calendar.
Oh, what a great time for sport it is.
Oh, beauty. Eyes everywhere. Wherever you look, kick back in, O'Sullivan flying over the top. And actually, in that passive play where Stuart kicked that goal, we didn't touch on the O'Sullivan chase down on Seager.
No, that was amazing because Geordie Seager had a beautiful entry in there and he just didn't give up O'Sullivan, did he? And got him just at the right moment. Unfortunately, Seager got the little handball away. Should have been rewarded with a free kick there.
So tossed in here between wing and half forward for the Blues. McNabb in there, slid the hand pass out to Burnell, who's caught in a good tackle. Reserving that time. Gleeson rather, and the umpire calls for it once again. So on the point of the centre square, here at half forward for the Blues, spinning out of trouble. Hand pass was looking for Furphy, missed him. And one over the top is Joe Furphy. Seager trying to crash through, taken in a tackle by Jamie Lloyd. The umpire calls for nearly 23 gone in this second term. It's a 17-point lead for the Tunners. They led by 32 at quarter time, so the Blues have all but eaten into half of it. And there's still a few goals behind. They'd like to get a bit closer to them before the halftime siren sounds. Tunners have worked this one up towards their own half-forward flank. It's all a bit scrappy at the moment. Lloyd with a good smother to prevent it from going any further, and it's gone out of play.
Yeah, on the Tunners' point of view, this is just eating up valuable minutes while the opposition has the breeze. So if they can maintain a couple of goal lead at half-time, you'd say that would be a win. I would take that. Going with that handy little lead.
Furphy with front spot there. Irving trying to run onto it. Linda tracking the ball back. Lord fighting after it with him. It's just sort of worked its way out towards the wing, just inside the centre square now.
Now what we're seeing is just this bulk stoppage clearance, contested ball, waiting for one side to take the advantage and break it open.
And Lord was ridden into the ground there, but no free kick.
As a result, we've still got plenty of time left in the quarter. So it's out of edge towards the Blues' goal. They really need to maintain the most of this moment. Ball, that was a nice tackle by Harry Hill. Very lucky there.
Yeah, we sort of saw the Tunners kicked a few in time on after the Blues had done so well for most of the opening term. Can the Blues exact that sort of treatment on the Tunners here? Hill with a kick around the body, slipped over as he kicked it up towards half forward. Hand pass comes in board now, is well done by Gleeson, who's going to get it back. That was a nice bit of play. And then Churgum with the outside of the boot. This is a dangerous kick into space. Will it work here? Well done there by Furphy. Churgum fumbled it again. He's done that a couple of times today. And now Ag has it here for the Tunners in the centre of the ground. Goes up towards half forward. Alcosa just read it well. Good mark. He's slowly making amends. Dangerous switch.
He's got the tough job on Archie Man too, Costa, so he's going really well there.
Jamie Lloyd over the top now to Max Irving.
Want to try and get away from this side of the ground where the wind pushes it because you get stuck in that pocket down deep.
Yeah. Irving up towards half forward and Flockhart playing behind the ball again. We've seen that a couple of times already in the last few minutes, and that's an easy intercept for him.
He's playing in a tough spot there. He's right in front of James Stewart. So if that ball goes a bit higher, James Stewart gets a chill. Oh, no.
Oh, it's gone. Is that even cleared the fence onto the railway? Just avoided it.
Stayed in.
The breeze carried that one a mile. It's gone out on the full.
I don't think it's a concern today, Matty, because it's bus replacing trains.
Oh, okay, good.
It's actually, it's not bus replacing trains. It's train replacing
buses. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Thank you, Hugo.
Yeah, that's right.
Public transport service announcements there from our expert, Hugo Higginbotham. He's doing it all today. Another intercept mark taken again by Flockhart out towards the wing. That time the kick does go inside, or does stay inside the play. Scrubby little kick up towards half forward again. Linda gives it across to Dick. And then that's a dangerous switch, asking a bit of Hoffman. He doesn't let him down, though, much despite the attention of Jack Hayter. They want to move this one quickly up the line, and they've tried to overdo it, or they have overdone it here. Butler, his kick is gone out of play, and it will be a lasso free to Tom Hill, who drives this one back in towards full forward over the top. Stewart flew early, it's come out the back. Chance here for Cotter, sneaks it in. He was the last man standing, was Charlie Cotter, and the Big V representative squeezes it in. And the Blues get another. back to 11 points here at Brighton Beach Oval, 6-6-42 to 8-5-53. 26 gone here in the second term, thanks to Trade Tech Services Australia. And it's back to a single-figure margin here at Brighton Beach Oval.
Yes, margin getting closer and closer, but that played into the Blues' hands, that lateral movement out of their defensive half, because they ran out of options, Brighton. And that's the side of the ground when you want to be entering the forward line from, with that breeze at your back, and just a nice, advantageous goal. And a great kick to a dangerous spot too.
Charlie Cotter with his 14th goal of the season. He's good for about a goal a game this year, is Cotter. It's been a terrific 12 months for him. Gleeson, caught by Cart, of course, got to get the bag in the under-19s preliminary final last year for the Blues. Where he rose to prominence initially. Clearance here from Goddard up towards half forward. Good courage going back with a float by Curran. Landed well, kicks it in towards the pocket. Cork and Stewart again. Cork couldn't complete the mark. He did well. He handed it across to Flockhart. His hand pass to Hoffman. Oh, Stewart throwing his weight around and he shoves him over the line. Yeah. Boundary throw in. He's getting a bit restless as James Stewart.
He's getting extremely frustrated with the close checking defence he's getting, and with Felix Flockhart coming in front of him, he's getting no time and space. So, look, he's a pretty calm head, but even the calmest can get pushed from time to time.
He'll be doing the ruck work inside 50 against Carr. He grabs this one out of the ruck. His kick with the outside of the boot is smothered. He follows it up again. He throws it on the boot in towards full forward. Oh, what a mark from Curran. That's a ripper. Mark of the day contender, thanks to Abercrombie. Just great courage, a terrific pack mark. Players converging from everywhere. Did not take his eyes off the ball, Hugo.
No, he did not. And he made sure that that did not bounce out of his hands. I was really impressed with the follow-up effort from James Stewart there. After he out of the ruck, got it smothered, went again. Just got it on the boot forward. And now shot on goal.
So, James Curran, or Cuz, as he's affectionately known as, comes in now 40 metres out, slide angle, steers it home. The Blues are back. It's a 3-point ball game here at Brighton Beach Oval. 8-5-53, 7-6-48. In fact, 5, my apologies. 28.5 gone here. Trade Tech Services Australia scoreboard. They've got it back to within a kick, and if you'd have offered that to the Blues at quarter time, I'm sure Matt Smith and his men would have taken that graciously.
No, definitely so. They're playing that really good forward half football. They don't care who kicks the goals as long as it's the player in the blue and black jumper. But still plenty of time here. We've had a lot of stoppages. We'll have to see who wins this clearance and where it goes.
So back in the restart, Furphy again. Gleeson with the clearance. He gives it towards Goddard, who had a bit of a fumble. Hamish Dick following it up. Does well. Scrubbers a left foot kick down the line, only as far as LaCava. Spins away from his man. Gives the hand pass to Goddard. Back to Gleeson. Standing start on the right boot. Goes up towards half forward. Goes over the head of Lohan there. Was gathered nicely, though, by Butler to Linda. Switches the play, looking for Camp Healy on the wing. Gathers it on the bounce. Has Ebert to contend with. Goes on the right boot down the line. Oh, good courage there from Irving. Brought it to ground. And now O'Sullivan's got it. He gives it away to Tom Hill. On the left boot, goes in towards the pocket. Kicks it straight to Felix Flockhart, though. Wrong man. And Flockhart, well, he's been immense down back. He's taken a number of intercept marks in this quarter alone.
Yeah, well, he's going back behind the ball. He's just sitting there waiting for that ball to come in. And geez, that's got a long
he's
way
kicked that
there.
high. The breeze is going to bring that back. Furphy with the spoil. Comes out now to LaCava. Let's fly for it. Blues in front. LaCava from a mile out. And what about this time on period here from the Blues? They've done to the Tunners what they did to themselves in the opening term. And as we tick over 30 minutes in the half, the Blues are in front. 8-6-54 plays 8-5-53 on the Trade Tech Services Australia scoreboard. Hugo, what a beauty of a half it's been.
No, that was a great execution on goal, but the Blues are attacking with ferociousness at the moment. They really want that. They've got that ascendancy, and the Tunners are under siege down there. They've got Felix Flockhart playing an extra behind the ball, and even he can't stem this.
Hamish Dick out of the middle, kicks up towards half forward. Good attack from O'Sullivan, and there is the siren to bring an end to a rollicking first half of football that's had just about everything. And as the Tunners kick the goal right on the quarter time siren, the Blues have done the same thing to regain the lead at the halftime interval. 8-6-54 plays 8-5-53. VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 15 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. It was a two top four teams coming into it, Hugo, and it's lived up to the billing so far.
Absolutely, matey. What an exciting game we've got here. Just a game that's just showing skill on display in tough conditions. What it's showing too, Matty, is that you can't just throw the ball on your boot and try and exit D50 and make it someone else's problem. You have to find a solution to get out of there, and the solution to that is maintain possession, wait for the options to open up, and make sure that you execute. And by execute, you have to take the easiest option, which means the players up the field have to get to work and provide those options for you. This can't just be a get it on your boot and get it away from me, because you see precisely what you had happen then. And the way these sides can play, they can kick 4 or 5 goals in 4 or 5 minutes, Matty.
Yes, no, man, we've sort of seen that in both halves, or both quarters rather. So the first quarter, for the Tunners, goals in the 20th minute, 23rd minute, 31st and 34th minute of the term.
Yep.
So some real red time goals there. And then in that second term, goals in the 20th minute, 26th minute, 28th minute and 30th minute. So both teams have actually defended really well for the first 20 minutes of the term. But in the time on period, both teams kicking 4 goals into the wind in that final sort of 10-minute burst has broken the back of the opposition's defence.
Exactly. So one thing with that is you can't just throw a player behind the ball and get bulk numbers there, because you've got to have an exit.
Yeah.
You have to. We just saw that perfectly then. You can't just kick it long, high up the line, because these teams are so good at moving the ball in quick time, maintaining possession, and the first player who's got that little exit, they're kicking the ball, which is the way you should play as well. And with this breeze, you kick it forward, puts the defenders under pressure, and you can see how many opportune goals did we see rather than just a mark goal. So it's a really exciting game.
Yeah, and further to your point, they could get part one right with Flock up behind the ball. Took at least 3 intercept marks, I think, but it just kicks down the line out of that. Nothing really slick about the ball movement coming out of the back line.
And that's not really in the DNA of these teams either. They're not long kick down the line teams. So the conditions are playing an effect to that. So this is where the process and the training comes into it, because it's not about kicking the goals. Both teams can do that. They can prove that. It's about who can defend the goals, who can stem that flow and find the exit out of defence. Both teams we've seen that have bled goals in red time just purely by not being able to find a clear, calm exit out of defence. It's almost a frenetic, I've got to get the ball away from me, let's just get away from the goals. And with a breeze like this, you just can't do it. I mean, we've seen some kicks that haven't travelled 80 metres in the air, but have gone 80 metres on the ground and bounced on. Yeah. And that's just getting ground.
Goal scorers to this point: 2 for James Stewart for the Blues, singles to Grimley, Gleeson, LaCava, Goddard, Cotter and Curran. And then for the Tunners, 2 goals each to Felix Flockhart and Luke Travers, singles to Harry Hill, Archie Manton and Lockie Brooks. 1 point lead to the Blues at half-time. Hugo, whose camp would you rather be in?
Oh, jeez. Probably, to be honest, Matty, I'd rather be in the Blues camp, because I'd like to be the last quarter coming home with the breeze. You get that momentum, more panic will set in from the opposition. So Brighton have got to do a hell of a job the next quarter to get a massive lead. You want to be able to defend as much as you can in the last quarter. And then, look, goals against the breeze, they're worth triple. Remember, Brighton got a couple against the breeze in that quarter too. So that's probably, that's probably where I'd like to be. But either team, they're both fantastic teams.
This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 15 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. It was a top 4 clash between the Tunners and the Blues, and I tell you what, is living up to expectations so far. Quick break here on Match of the Day. The halftime show coming up right after this.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Footy finals are almost here, and there's no better way to kick them off than at the 2026 William Buck VAFA Finals Luncheon. Join MC Nat Edwards, AFL legends and Brownlow medalists James Hird and Jimmy Bartel, plus Jason Bennett and the VAFA media team for a live For the Love of the Game finals preview. Friday, September 4th at the RACV City Club. Enjoy a premium 2-course lunch, beverage package and an unforgettable afternoon of football stories and finals insights. Book your tickets now at vafa.com.au. Don't miss out on one of the biggest events on the VAFA calendar.
Hey guys, at GYG we never compromise on the quality of our food. That's why we only serve 100% free-range chicken. We're on a mission to reinvent fast food, because who said fast food had to be bad food? Love ya.
The VAFA Rising Star Award recognises the competition's most talented young players. Each week, the VAFA Rising Star Committee receives nominations for one male and one female player aged 20 years or under who played no more than 7 senior games before this season. Our overall season winners will be declared the VAFA Rising Stars for 2026. So if your club has a young gun making their mark, nominate them now at media@vafa.com.au.
Stay up to date with all the latest from the Victorian Amateur Football Association with the brand new VAFA app. Stay connected with live scores, fixtures, stats and news from across the Victorian Amateur Football Association right at your fingertips. Download the VAFA app today from the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook and LinkedIn. Has someone just taken a screamer or kicked goal of the year? Send us your best and we might share them around the league. Join in the fun with all the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. They're all on VAFA socials. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45pm. Listen via the app.
Welcome back to Brighton Beach Oval. You are listening to VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Match of the Day action here on vafa.com.au and the SEN app. It is half-time here in this top 4 encounter between Old Brighton University Blues, and it is the Blues who lead by a point. They trail by 32 at quarter time. They have pulled it back and they lead at the break, courtesy of a very, very sizable wind advantage. Matthew Donald and Hugo Higginbotham, your commentary duo this afternoon. This is the half-time show thanks to Simon, building better together. We will grow around the grounds at half-time at some stage, Hugo, because there are some really fascinating encounters going on. But we do have a special guest that we've got to get to before all of that. The Blues have been going really well, and a couple of Furfies out there have been outstanding so far, but one who's not out there but not too far away from coming back is Charlie Furphy, and he's been good enough to join us in the halftime show. Charlie, welcome.
Thank you. Very glad to be here.
So first things first, got to ask your own sort of personal state of play. Where are you at in terms of your recovery?
Yeah, I'm going to come back next week. I think I did a hamstring about 11 weeks ago, so next week and I should be right to go.
That's a long time out. How have you coped with the recovery?
Oh, a fair bit of boundary umpiring and running water, which is always fun. But no, it's been good. I mean, we have a really good physio team headed by Peter Bruckner and Sophie Boots, our physio as well, and they've just been brilliant. So it's obviously not much fun. You obviously play local footy to play footy, but you know, what can you do, I suppose?
And the challenge of sitting on the sidelines as well, particularly when the team is going so well. You've definitely been assured of a spot back in the side.
Oh, no, not at all. I think we'll just see how I go next week. I don't know what team I'll come back in or whatever, but even our twos are flying, which is really good. You know, I remember when I started at Blues and we I think we had Johnny Canis, who was about 85 years old, running out for the seconds, and now we're you know, top 2 or top 3 or top 4, so that's really exciting as well.
So with the game today, obviously a little bit of a different script than what you've seen the last few weeks. How's the nerve levels going watching it?
I don't know. It's always tricky with the wind. Like someone was saying at quarter time, you never judge a pitch until both teams have batted on it. And I think I
think someone said exactly that at quarter time, Hugo.
Well, must have.
and you know, who knows what happens with the wind in this next quarter? But yeah. I don't know. I think it's really exciting for us to at least be trying to lock down top 2. I think if we win today, we've all but locked it up. So it's really nothing but positives.
Yeah, a lot to play for. Now, great question for you. Being a player, and what team would you rather be? Would you rather be kicking with the wind in the last quarter or kicking with the wind in the third? So kicking in the third, you've got to get the score on the board and then defend like hell in the last quarter. Or would you like to be coming home with a wet sail?
No, I think I'm always... you want the wind in the first and third quarter, because you never know what's going to happen in the last quarter with the wind. Could turn, or it often dies down, I reckon, later in the day.
Well, one thing may happen as well. There is some rain coming apparently, so that may come in the last quarter, which would not be good for the Blues.
It reminds me of that famous Richmond-Port Adelaide final where they kicked against the wind. Do you remember that one?
Yes, Cochin won the toss and kicked into the wind, and it was 10 goals to none at quarter time or something like that.
And then the wind died down after that.
And then the wind died down.
Yes.
Look, the Blues' transformation from last year to this has been quite remarkable. I mean, we headed into the final day last year, and I think they were very much in the relegation zone, or battle at least up until the last fortnight. 12 months later, you're top of the table, top 2 spot, all but locked away. What's changed?
Oh, I think there's a few things that have changed. We're obviously, we had a really big pre-season. I think that there's a lot of, like, you can sort of read into it as much as you want, but there's a lot of luck, I think, that goes into VAFA football. Like, even last year, I think at the start we lost a handful of games by under a goal, and all of a sudden you're sort of playing catch-up for the rest of the year. Whereas this year we've sort of maybe won those close ones, and we're just playing better as a team. I think having, like, Grimley and Stills, and we're using them definitely a lot better this year. That's probably one major factor. Joe Furphy being in there, which is great. And, yeah, we're just another year older. And we've also brought in, you know, a fair bit of AFL experience with Brad Ebert and Taylor Dray, which has been awesome. So, yeah, but I think it is a lot to do with your sort of luck a little bit with injuries and you know, calls that go your way or calls that don't go your way as well.
Yeah, Taylor Dray won a VFL premiership. Hugo, I can't remember which club it was for. I'm sure
well, you said it in the pre-game, Matty. Matty, if you don't know, he's one of the biggest Footscray nuffies getting around.
Oh, really?
He gets it in the call every week. If someone has worn a Footscray scarf at some stage in their life, he'll get it in the call somehow.
I'm a massive Hawks nuffy, so it was pretty cool playing alongside Taylor Dray. Yeah.
There you go. Bit of fan love there.
Yeah.
I mean, there obviously are a few former AFL players running around in your squad. What have they, as a sort of collective, been able to add, and what have you been able to learn off them?
Oh, you just learn so much. I think the thing that really strikes me, especially with someone like Brad Ebert, is just how calm and composed he is. You certainly saw it at AFL level, and coming down to VAFA, you see it even more. And I think all the young players have really learned, and we probably take a second more than we have previously, just because we have that AFL experience and that voice and direction. Like, he just sort of never loses his cool, always a calm head, and I think that's something that's probably the main thing that we've taken away.
So just after last year into this year, a tough season where you're fighting for maintaining your spot in the Premier Division, and this season we were definitely playing finals, and then possibly a top 2 final. How hard is it for you guys just to keep your focus on? We've got to keep the focus on the here and the now while everything's building, because everyone loves to dream and everyone loves to predict the future.
No, that's right. It's really tricky, isn't it? Like trying to not sort of get too far ahead yourself. My housemate, I live with Jeremy Goddard, another one of our midfielders, and we were just talking the other week about one of my first years at Blues. We had that final at Elswick Park against Wesley, and I think we got a bit of ahead of ourselves, and they came back. I don't know, they kicked 4 goals in the last 10 minutes. I don't know if you fellas remember that game.
No, we do, because Simon Petch, you were 20 points. Grimley kicked one. You were 20 points up into time on. Yeah. And Simon Petch, it's famous, has gone, Blues are into the grand final. Blues are into the grand final.
We've got the audio for that one. That's
going to come out. That's going to come out.
That's saved forever.
I'm happy to not hear that, because that certainly haunts me, that sort of game. But yeah, I don't know, it's really tricky. But what can you do? You just run out there and I don't know. Just sort of hope for the best.
Just on the back of that as well. So David Mirror, who was obviously now not with Collegians anymore. He's with, I think, Hawthorn or something like that. Got Simon Petch's number and sent it to him every 2 weeks. And Petchy couldn't know. Who keeps sending me this?
Well, don't give him my number, because I don't want to see that video ever again. But,
how similar is the team from then to now? And then what would you say, would it be about 75% the same?
No, I reckon there's a fair bit of difference. It's probably a similar spine, but we had like a few. I'd say we've probably subbed out a few of the older boys. Like we had Ace Cordy, I think, was playing. Tom Young. There's a few others, Joe McCuller and all those boys, and then a few other my mates. I think the team sort of changes 10%, 15% every year.
So probably about 50%.
Yeah, I reckon. I don't know, but yeah, about
so
that.
You've probably got a core of players who have sort of experienced in that time there, obviously yourself, and so you're going to have to lean on them, and you'll have to stand up, because finals are a different beast, as you probably know.
Exactly
they're
right.
Unforgiving.
I haven't played that many of them, but that's right. I think anytime you get to September and it heats up and you're playing at Elswick Park and the pressure just goes up a bit, I don't know. It's so exciting. We were talking about it during the week as well at training. Like you go through the slog in June and July and August, and all of a sudden the flowers start flowering and you're raring to go in September.
Now, we talk about this a lot on the VAFA's official podcast, For the Love of the Game. Jason Bennett, Braden May, and myself, Matthew Donald. As the players are making their way back out to the ground, I've got to ask you just one final one. Are there any murmurings around the ground about trying to get James Stewart up to 100 goals? Any discussions about maybe we should give it to him a little bit more, be a little more selfless? Has word got around with that one yet?
The only one starting those words, I think, is him.
Charlie, you've been absolutely fantastic. Thanks for your time.
Worries,
I wish you
boys.
the very best of luck in your return to play.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Charlie Furphy of University Blues. He's only a week away from coming back, and we look forward to seeing him do so very, very soon. The players making their way back out into position to start this second half. You get the Blues lead by a point at the moment. For the Tunners, this is the quarter for them in truth. They got to build as big a lead as possible now because they know that the Blues are going to come home with a wet sail in the final term. Given this breeze, how do they build that lead?
Well, they have to be efficient moving forward. They have to make sure that they don't let the Blues kick too many into it. But, yeah, that's the key. Be efficient moving forward, get the score on the board. And then you said an interesting one there, wet sail. It may be a wet sail. So I'll start to have a look at the radar and just see what we're looking at. Then that's purely out of self-interest as well because I don't want to get wet.
Did you bring the umbrella?
I did bring the umbrella.
Oh, good.
I pushed an old lady over in the street and stole it off her.
Yes. So very merciful of you, Hugo.
Yeah. No, she deserved it.
Yes. So start of the second half here. Uni Blues leading Old Brighton by a point, 8-6, 54 to 8-5, 53. We are not too far away from getting this second half underway. That halftime show thanks to Simon, of course. And this third term brought to you by TLC Healthcare. And the siren sounds to start the second half, and we are away. It's Flockhart taking a turn in the ruck, but Gleeson who wins the clearance here for the Blues. Up towards half forward. Irving gathered it well, spun nicely, kicks it towards full forward. It goes over the back, it lands at the goal square. Numbers favour the Tunners here, although it's alive for Cotter, who tried to step his man, couldn't. It's gone out of bounds. Boundary throw in the left forward pocket, and I reckon it's the first time the ball's been here all day,
yes,
Hugo.
I think it has, Matty. But great clearance one there by the Blues. Now, they really need to capitalise on this, as we're seeing a bit of a lull in the breeze at the moment as well.
Just for now.
Yeah.
Just for now.
It's still there. It's starting to move a little bit because it's not blowing across us anymore. It's coming more from behind us.
It's a free kick for a hold, and Flockhart his arm was tugged by Grimley, who I don't think could actually see where the ball was landing. That sun's got in his eyes again.
Yep. Anyway, that's a win for Brighton there.
So feeds the hand pass across. Linder drives a raking kick up towards the wing, but the Blues have the numbers there. And Furphy he either took the mark or he was impeded front on by Goodger. Blues ball regardless. Furphy. He's got it on the wing now. And that's a ruckman kick to half forward. That's an effective kick. Finds Goddard just outside 50, too far out to score into this wind, you'd think. So he's going to run off his line now, Goddard. Oh, that's a floating kick as well. It's a couple of shockers inside attacking 50. Akosh caught by Butler. Locks things up, and it will be a ball up. And I'll tell you what, how's the silver service from Buttons, Bruce? I've got a pie here, which I'm looking forward to tucking into when I throw to my fellow play-by-play caller. Grimley.
That might be next week.
Now Hill runs out of defence and belts a kick up towards half forward. They've been well positioned behind the ball early here, the Blues. Especially kicking into the wind. This is not something that we've become accustomed to this afternoon. Short little chip into Irving in the centre of the ground. Still no score on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard in this third term.
No, but he's just waiting for things to open up, and he's not moving the ball at speed recklessly.
Got Sherwin was the target. Good work there by McNabb. Affected the spoil, and he's helped out of play for a boundary throw in between wing and half forward here for the Blues.
I just feel the Blues are just happy to take minutes off the clock. Every minute counts in games like this because it means Brighton don't have the ball in their hand and it's not in their forward half. So it's probably a bit of a set play by them that they're happy to take that off the clock, which is really smart.
Goddard hacked it off the deck. Akosh, good attack on the football. Couldn't gather it cleanly. Hill's there. Got the hands free. Across to Burnell. He went with an inside-out spiral up towards half forward. Gleeson's going to get there first for the Blues. Gives the hand pass back to O'Sullivan.
Oh.
Fans a kick very wide. I thought that was going to be last disposal. It's actually carried the boundary line. It's gone out on the full. The breeze has done remarkable things today. McNabb's ball in front of the interchange gates, and he's going to be called to restart from outside the field of play.
Yeah, he's taking his time there, so the Blues have had a chance to get back and get bulk numbers, which we're about to see.
Now goes up to half. Oh! Manton just juggled it. And the umpire has paid it. There's a couple of protests from some Blues defenders who are convinced they got a fingernail to it, but the umpire's paid the free kick to Manton, and he'll go back and line up for goal number 3. And you could almost put it in the book the way he's kicked from this spot on the ground already, Hugo. He's 50 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Yeah, he might probably kick from only about 40. But that was a great mark, third man deep, and that's probably ball just carried a little bit more, made it harder for the Blues. Big men who were back there, I think it was Joey Furphy and Conway were there as well, and it's carried over the top of their heads, and an opportune mark.
So we know that Archie Manton is going to kick it hard. Can he kick it straight? Trots in now. He's put it out to the left.
Yeah, he kicked it straight left.
Well out to the left. Oh, you're not going to believe this. not just a pie.
Yeah, no.
Brucey, give me a sausage roll.
I know.
Oh, he's my favourite tech in the world.
Yeah,
He's Brucey, Buttons Bruce.
He's the best
He's
tech
been
we've got.
stopwatching. He's been getting his food. He's even been getting us on air. It's been great from him today. Behind there, though, from Archie Mann. 1 goal 4.
Yep.
And 1 out in the full for him today. On the TLC Healthcare scoreboard, the ball brought back into play now. Kick up the line, Cork, off hands, got the spoil there, Burnell. Around the body on the right boot. Towards half forward, Cossa well positioned, takes the chest mark.
He's played well back down there, Costa. It's probably, I know Man's had quite a few shots on goal, but Costa's had some influence there too, so it's interesting.
Straight kick up the line, Linda in good position. Lord flew over the top. Well, he nearly took the mark. Churgwin's down. Slowly getting to his haunches now. He's just had a tough old time of it today, Darcy Churgwin.
Yeah, they're putting a fair bit of work into him. He's very, very physical play around him every time he's near the ball.
Flockhart looked to grab that one out of the ruck, couldn't. It's interesting that Flockhart started the second half in the ruck. Haven't seen Josh Carr yet. Not sure if he's on the bench. Burnell bursts out of the stoppage with the clearance. Kick up towards half forward, and that's going to be a mark to Gleeson, that is. And you can't take advantage from a mark, so this is going to come back to the Blues, and they'll get it on the half-back flank.
Yeah, you think the players would know that rule. You know, they are players, though, I suppose.
Gleeson across to O'Shea. And he goes up the line for a Kosh. Good spoil from Seager. Trickles towards the boundary line and out of play. Yes, if they're students of the game,
yes,
they'd know. But if they're players, they might not.
And they wouldn't care who the players.
They just want to try and see if they can con the umpire.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. But gathered some valuable ground there. Very important here for the Blues. They don't lose this clearance because this is a dangerous spot to be kicking from for Brighton.
Just one behind in this term so far. Irving breaks away, gives the hand pass back to LaCava. Kick smothered, though, by Harry Hill. And then gathers it, gives the hand pass back to Burnell. High kick inside, attacking 50. It's a wobbly ball. Oh, it's a well-judged mark. It's a great intercept there from Conway. And he goes out towards Hayter on the back flank, and they've got a bit of space here now. But the Tunners get numbers back, so hold things up. Risky kick into the centre of the ground, but it works. LaCava marks, and he goes. He's off. His kick was smothered again by Hill. Play on's the call. Up towards half forward. Linda dispossessed. Gathered here by Furphy. Hands it inboard. Oh, he's given it up straight to Gilbert. And the Tunners will work their way out of this one. Up towards the wing, and Ag going back with a flight. Marks in front of the interchange gates.
Yeah, he really had to kick that then, Furphy. Just needed to get some forward entry, deep entry, and just handed it straight over.
Ag along the line up towards half forward. Gleeson went with a one hand, patted it down. O'Shea was there, gives it back to Gleeson, who runs into Camp Healy, and it's gone out of play for a boundary throw in.
So we're just seeing it being played between the arcs at the minute, which is really playing into the Blues' hands. So just curious as to at Brighton they need to move that laterally, get some hands on the ball, because they haven't had too many passages of play where we've seen a chain of hands or maintaining possession.
So Furphy front spot that time, kick around the body, didn't go very far, comes back now out to Cork. And that is going to tempt fate with a railway track. And it's over.
All right.
Well, good thing it is buses replacing trains.
Yes.
Not trains replacing buses.
Yeah, no, it's just buses. We're on a bus network that occasionally has a day off and the trains work.
Yep.
And the new footy's gone flying out there, so that's good.
It's like a hospital patient that has brief stints as a footballer.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and Harry Hill's just kicked it over the fence.
Hill's tried to do the same thing. Looking around at Sharon's by full time.
Yes.
Free kick to Hill here on the half-back flank. He goes back to O'Shea. And across now to Gleeson in the back pocket.
They've retreated a long way here.
Yeah, they've given up a lot of ground in the context of this breeze.
Yep.
They're on the full back line, and Hill's going to try and, Gleeson's going to try and kick it back to exactly where this play started from. Curran was spoiled. Goodger followed up. His kick around the body, not 15. Hill now got it from Travers, tucked up against the boundary line. He didn't quite bring it back enough. Behind. Tell you what I have seen, Hugo. I have seen a train hit a football before.
Really?
Yep, at this ground.
There you go.
Once at a Blue Moon stuff.
Yes.
Just when you think you've seen it all at the footy.
Well, there you go. You can tick that one off in life.
Yes. Yeah. How many times have you seen that?
No.
back in play here. Kosh goes to the kick in the middle of the ground, lands fortuitously in the lap of Curran. He goes to the outside of the boot on the wing, only finds Butler though, gives it to Ag. Now Seager flicked it over the top quickly. He was looking for Hill, but it missed him. Curran's got another go at it. He gives it to Shergwin, did enough, got it to the Carver. Kick up towards half forward. Bouncing football that gets over the back. I've lost my phone, but it hasn't slipped through the cracks, fortunately. And Hoffman falls over the top of Cotter, and there's a whistle, and it's going to be a free kick to Charlie Cotter. And Buttons Bruce is on the job again.
Yes, dude.
Thank you, Brucey.
Jeez, you got him on the salary today, buddy. He's doing everything for you.
Yeah. And the phone, the screen is fine for anyone who cares. Kick up towards full forward.
We see this. Yeah.
It's going to be a punter's free kick, and it's going to go the way of Gilbert.
Yeah, well, he had front spot there, Cork, and Stewart tried to wrestle him out of the way. Umpire had perfect view on that.
Switches to Linder, and he goes down the line looking for Ag. Good use of the body, though, and the Blues have won it back here. And then a click up towards Stewart. It's got to be 3 tonners. He might have had arms chopped. He was hard looking for the free kick there. Linder again. Kick is high. Will it stay in the field of play? No. Out on the full. And it's going to be Curran's ball on the half-forward flank. So the Blues can manufacture a deep entry inside 50 here. Curran will be 55 metres out from goal.
We're just seeing the ruckman at the time, at the moment, it's Felix Flocko, just endeavouring to get back in front of Stewart every time.
Low darting towards the forward pocket, and it was Hayter who was the target. It was knocked away from him. And it's gone out of play. And Goodger and Hayter are just saying, "G'day, how's your father?"
Yes.
And
well,
just a little high five afterwards. All
yeah.
okay.
Well, no, there's no real malice in it. It's a game of footy. Gladiators while you're out there, and then mates afterwards. Sometimes.
Tops back inside. The Breeze carried the throw in and went over the head of both rucks. And then on hands and knees there was Butler who got the hand pass away. And now McNabb steaming out of defence. Up towards half forward, bouncing football. It's Gleeson and Richardson. What a contest that one is. And then Richardson held on to Gleeson there. And the umpire spotted it, and it's a free kick to the Blues skipper at half back.
So what do they do with this now? So good lateral movement here. So the Blues need to get over there because it's all Brighton up the field here, Matty.
Good kick to Costa. And I tell you what, Gleeson is one of the few that you'd be comfortable trying to pull off these kicks at the moment.
Yep.
He's done that a couple of times this term and has executed well. She'll kick up the line, looking for O'Shea. Seager did well. They just got a timely hand to it. He's seen it out of play. It'll be a boundary throw in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah, unlucky not to get the intercept there, Matty. So, but it's a dangerous spot here for the Blues, but they're very calm heads back there. Seen a lot of time chewed up off the clock here, which is concerning for Brighton, but we do know that they can kick a lot of goals late in the game, so we'll be looking for that.
Carr back in the ruck, one hit out that time. O'Shea had a bit of a fumble, hacked it off the deck. Then Hill flying over the top. Good, you got it to Pryor. Runs towards goal. Got it. And at last, the Tunners have scored with the Breeze in this third term. Ben Pryor with the goal. And it's just what they needed. They've held up well, the Blues, in this third term, but they could resist no longer. And the Tunners get an important goal here. And they reclaim the lead in this one. The TLC Healthcare scoreboard in this third term. Old Brighton 9-7-61, Uni Blues 8-6-54, 11.5 gone on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard.
Yeah, well, they can thank Geordie Seager for that, Matty, because just that little hand in earlier just stopped that momentum with the Blues moving the ball out of their defensive half, and then they were able to capitalise on that. Now they really need to get some momentum going off the back of that goal. They need to get the score on the board because they know that the Blues will be kicking with the Breeze in the last quarter.
Yeah, they lead by 7 points at the moment. They'll need to lead by more than that, you'd think, if they want to hold on. McNabb might have been being held by Churgwin. No free kick. Churgwin bursts through, gives it across to Furphy. He's caught, gets a hand pass away that time to Stewart, who runs away, goes to the outside of the boot. Stewart, was he get the kind bounce? No. It's trickled away through for a behind for James Stewart. 2 goals, 1 for him today. He's had his moments, particularly in that second term. He's brought the margin back to an even kick. Now Sazzoni just goes up the line towards the centre of the ground. It's gone over the back. Good roving there from LeCarver at the back. His kick is slown well at the side of the boot, and it's going to trickle out of play for a lasso free kick. There was no one there except for Townsend, who nearly got to it, but it's Goodger's ball between wing and half back for the Tunners. So it's a long kick down the line, looking for it's happened again.
Yeah,
I've got to keep an eye on that. Travers. And he's caught, and I'm going to try and... I've almost got to bolt my phone down now to the desk.
Yeah, you may need to have an alternate situation with that phone, Matty, because this is becoming a habit for me. Oh, this guy's a train.
Isn't it? Oh, there we go. Train. There's a train replacing one of the many bus services we've got on service this afternoon.
Correct. So there you go.
Boundary throw in again in front of the scoreboard. It is the 3:43 Sandringham bound.
Yeah, not in service.
Umpire throws it back in here. Irving and Linda were both there. Lohan applying the tackle too.
Isn't there nothing worse than you've been waiting for the train and one comes along, not in service? Yeah. This is Victoria, though. Anyway.
Carr won at that time against Furphy. Massive players around the footy here. The umpire's found a free kick and it will be a Blues ball. Darcy Churglin's
finally got one. They've been holding him all day.
Yep.
He's getting very frustrated.
He goes with a short kick. Able to maintain possession this time. 6-point lead for the Tunners at the moment in this top four battle, kicking with the wind in this third term. This kick is going to flirt with the boundary line. Come off hands. Furphy doing the roving grimly. Churglin now. It's the hand pass coming out. It was Lloyd, or it was Furphy. Well, Billy Furphy tried to get rid of it that time, but it was penalised holding the ball. Sazoni's ball. Short little kick up the line is a good one. Finds Sammy Linda.
It's the first time we've seen a short kick from that position, and usually the players are falling in the trap and trying to bomb it long.
And another one here to Richardson.
This is good play. You're getting into a dangerous spot, maintaining possession.
Richardson's going to try and hit up the lead of Manton. He brought it to ground. Rode by Burnell on the left. And he steers it home. They've had to work hard for it, the Tunners, but they've got a couple now in this third term, and they kick clear to a 12-point advantage on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard. It is now 10-7-67 to 8-7-55. And Tom Burnell with his fifth of the campaign.
Yeah, that was an excellent build-up. They didn't think that the wind is going to do it for them, just bomb it on their boot and try and get it forward. They maintained possession to that dangerous spot, got it in as a good entry kick, nice and deep, and then were able to get that opportune goal. So that was great format. They just need a few more before three-quarter time. But there is still plenty of time in the quarter, Matty.
We've just ticked over 15 minutes in it.
So probably about halfway, you'd think.
Yeah.
We're 2 goals in front.
So we restart play in the centre. Neither ruck getting a hit out that time. Irving caught strongly by Carr. Wouldn't let him go. Ball up.
So we're just seeing some real good contested work here. I'd just like to see Brighton break away from this and get a bit forward. And, oh, there's been a hold there.
And it's going to go to Furphy in the ruck. Joey Furphy's got it. Gives the hand pass across. They're going to try and go inside 50 here now with a kick to Billy Furphy. Oh, that 2/3 of it. Just avoided him at the last. Ball still alive, though. Goddard's kick was smothered. Well done there by Lohan. Oh, and he sold the dummy as well. Now Cam Pearley at half-back. Spears a kick up towards the wing. Well done by LaCava. Good attack on the football. But Brooks swooped in. Gave it to McNabb. His hand-pass charged down. Good pressure there from LaCava. Wouldn't let him go. And then Lloyd coming in over the top. Cam Pearley fighting in hard with him. Hand pass to Townsend. Caught by Brooks. Ball comes loose. Following up here was Lloyd again. He's tackled strongly, though, by Gilbert. And the umpire says, I'm going to sort this one out with a throw up here at half forward for Uni Blues.
Well, we just certainly, this game's living up to the expectations, Matty. We've got two top-end teams, neither willing to relent.
Oh, a volley there from McNabb up the line. I thought the World Cup was finished. Hill with a hooking ball around the body, but Sazzoni well placed. Takes the mark and looks to conduct the switch here. It's a brave kick, but it's a good one to Ag. Hands it across to Butler, who was running, and he goes up the line looking for Goodger. Will the ball stay inside the field of play? No, it doesn't. It's off hands out of play. No large disposal. So it'll be tossed in here on the wing, the railway side, broadcast wing.
Yeah, very, very lucky for Brighton that O'Sullivan grabbed that just before it was hitting over the line, because that would have been a lasso free kick.
He couldn't risk letting it go, and Good just swooping in, running to goal. So probably did the safe thing in the end. Furphy worked well to get to the front spot there. Goodger having a bit of a fumble. Linda trying to palm it forward only as far as Jeremy Goddard. Hooks a kick around the body up towards Stewart in front of Cork. Trapped it nicely. The hand pass away now to Lord. It went one way, then the other, then the other. And he gave it to Hayter. And he's wrapped up in a strong tackle there. Well done, Gus Cork.
Oh, you weak rabbit.
Please for holding the ball, and some disapproval from the Old Brighton crowd here today.
Yeah, well,
boundary throw in. They're getting a bit restless, the locals.
Yeah, they are on the tail end of a lunch too, Matty.
Yes.
So, few being consumed. But that's okay. That's the passion of the game. But that was no prior opportunity there. So, but a really good passage there.
Furphy tapped it down. Now, kick the time there from Hayder up towards half forward. Stewart trying to deal with Cork. Townsend was there. Stewart once more. He's trying to beat Carr and Cork. They're double teaming.
He's finally got one.
And he's going to get a free here for a hold, Stewart. He'll be delighted with that. He won't be delighted with the fact that he's too far out to score. That is a proper worm burner inside 50. No chance of anybody marking that. And the Tunners have the numbers here. Slick hands from Lohan out to Zazzoni with a kick up the line. It's a beauty to Richardson. Wastes no time. Gives it over to the skipper and Hill. Kick up towards half forward. Drifting in from the side. Another good mark taken there by O'Sullivan. He's been good today. And a kick in board now to Hill. He goes on the left boot now up towards half forward to Furphy. Knocked away from him. Ball in dispute here. Lord picks it up and he's caught by Sazzoni, and that's where the play will end. And we'll result in a ball up here at half forward for the Blues.
Yeah, it's very good work by Hill. The Blues Hill, not Harry Hill.
Yep.
They've got one each. There's a hold again.
Free kick to Grimley, and Carr cannot believe it. He thinks there was a bit of hold going the other way. Grimley's ball.
I heard him say that he ripped my mullet off.
He's still got it. It's grown another 3 inches during the week.
Yeah,
Kicking towards the pocket to Stewart. He's marked that. That's a good, strong mark and a good pass from Grimley. But I tell you what, this might well be the goal of the year if Stewart kicks it from here.
I was about to say that, matey. There will be no harder kick for the day than this one from James Stewart.
He'll be kicking from 40 metres out. He's a couple of metres in from the boundary line and kicking into the teeth of one of the strongest breezes in the VAFA.
He will be.
He will earn this goal if he puts it through James Stewart.
He's right over with the crowd, getting a little bit of advice from the Brighton faithful. Justin Quill, the runner who's having the week off, is there right behind him. A little bit of advice there.
But there's no player in the league who'd be more likely to kick it than this man. 66 goals for the campaign, James Stewart. He opens up the angle now. He goes for it back. It's a miracle goal! And he salutes the crowd, James Stewart. You superstar. He's got 3. Put your glasses down, Hugo. That's the goal of the day for Kosh Living. That is a beauty.
That's amazing, Matty. That is definitely goal of the day. Maybe goal of the year in the context of how hard that was. The build-up was sensational, and there's no other man who could do that.
That is the best. Well, I mean, goal of the year. It is easily the best set shot you'll see all season.
Absolutely. Clip that one up, Senchis. That'll be on Plays of the Week.
20 minutes into the third, Senchi. 20 minutes into the third.
Yeah, well, I'll send that to him now. 20 minutes of the third goal of the year. That is amazing. So that just shows you the skill of the man, and that will give the Blues a little bit of momentum moving forward off the back of that.
Back to a 6-point game here at Brighton Beach Oval. 9-7-61 the Blues. Old Brighton 10-7-67. We've just ticked into time on in the third term. James Stewart with his 67th of the season and maybe one of his best. Up towards half forward. Good attack here from Manton. Goes with the right angles kicking towards Richardson. Bounce off his chest. He follows up with a tap of the hill. Oh, Goddard crunches him with a spear tackle. Fierce stuff from Goddard. Umpire calls for it at centre half forward. Tell you what, the game's gone up again now. Townsend's going to emerge to get the football here. Hand pass was charged down by Hill. Comes out now to Hayder, who's taking a good tackle. He's penalised. Holding the ball. Harry Hill with the free kick. Goes in towards the forward pocket. It's come off hands. Big fly over the top from Flockhart. Ag with a strong tackle locked things up. And the umpire calls for it inside the right forward pocket here for the Tunners.
What we're seeing here, Matty, is finals-like intensity. This is what you see in the finals with this much passion and spirit, all going both ways. And you see the intensity of every player.
Brooks out to Linda, who snaps, and there's another one. But they've got the quick reply, the Tunners. Sammy Linda. 3 straight for him this season. Was awesome off half-back last week. Well, now he's doing it up the other end. Oh, it's a point. Oh, I missed it. I thought that was a goal. Oh, that was some of my best work. I've even put it down in the book and everything.
Throw that one away. Get the liquid paper out, mate.
Don't put that up on the social century. Kick up towards half forward. Good ball there from Butler. Knocked it away. Curran, he's caught by Sazzoni. Out of play, boundary throw. Well, I hope Linda gets a goal now because I've got to find a way out.
Yeah.
Anyone got some white out?
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to get your attention there. You're so focused on all Anyway, that's all right. That's what we're here for. It's good teamwork. No. But how's the intensity in this game now?
Oh, it's gone up a gear. Definitely gone up a gear in this third. Carr was pushed out of it well by Grimley. Kick around the body in towards full forward. Oh, it's a good effort by Furphy. Didn't mark it, gathered it, snapped, and goals! Billy Furphy with a beauty. Oh, and that's a critical 12-point play. Touched off the boot at one end. Furphy getting a goal into the breeze at the other. And it's back to a one-point ball game at Brighton Beach Oval. 10-8, 68 Old Brighton. 10-7, 67 for the Blues. What a vital 5 minutes in the context of the match it's been.
Absolutely amazing, Matty, and just a beautiful execution there. But Furphy got the position really well. It was an excellent kick. He didn't have front spot, edged the player underneath it. Probably nearly took the mark, but then was that aware that he was able to get away from the play, and a beautiful execution in the hard point of the ground. One thing that's interesting out here, Matty, they don't have a scoreboard, so the players can't look up. They don't know the score.
No, that's a very good point, actually, Hugo, and it's be rare that you get that at a game of footy at any level, really.
So they're relying on the runner and people knowing, but they won't know exactly, and they don't know how long's gone.
Free kick here for Furphy. This time for the Blues, he goes up towards half forward. There was Billy Furphy again, almost got it from Joe Hill with a kick out of defence, and it's a good, strong test mark taken by Richardson, who goes across to Campbell. Yeah, no, that's an element I hadn't considered all day, Hugo. It's a very good pickup from you. Up the line to McNabb.
Thanks, Matty. Happens occasionally.
Expert comments, thanks to Hit IQ. McNabb with a kick in towards full forward off. Flockhart with a big early leap. Missed it completely. Roved here by Manton. Great tackle by Irving. Great tackle. Holding the ball. One of the tackles of the day from Max Irving. Goal saving.
Only 25 minutes gone, Matty. So this time on period hasn't gone the way Brighton wanted. They haven't kicked goals at will. Actually, they're defending hard at the moment as the ball comes in.
It's 2 goals apiece in this term. That's a long kick that's just gone off hands. They're winning the quarter of the Tunners, but by 2 points. 2 goals 3 to 2 goals 1. This is great for the Blues.
It changes the narrative of the last quarter immensely.
Yep. Say the Blues will be in the box seat for now, but we expect that there might be some inclement weather to come, and how much that impacts things. Toss back in. Linda was there. Lord gathered the footy, couldn't keep it in play. The bounds. Might get our weather expert Hugo Higginbotham to take a look at the bomb, the radar, see what's on the way.
Yeah, you've got to clarify that, don't you? No, so look, it's looking pretty positive actually, Matty. There is rain coming for those of you who had the sheets on the line, but you can leave them out for a little bit longer.
Good.
I'd take them in when it starts to get cooler so they don't get damp overnight.
It's a good day for doing the washing with this breeze.
Absolutely. You'd have to put a few extra pegs on.
Yeah, more than a couple.
Do you do the washing, Matty?
Yeah.
Oh, what a mark!
Good mark at half forward, wastes no time. Hands it to Grimley. Let's fly from 50. Unguarded, goal square! Oh! Into the post. The key forwards combining. They weren't too far away from pulling off a terrific bit of play. Only behind. Cam Peely with the kick in, wasting no time. Up the line, spoil from Gleeson. Hamish Dick was there, although only as far as Curran. They'll get it back inside 50 into a one-on-one. Good use of the body there from Gilbert. Just all
he's had a bounce.
Away from his man. He had a bounce. He's running to Furby now. This will be interesting. Insufficient intent. The call. The crowd don't like it, but he made a beeline for the boundary line. It's the right decision despite being under pressure. Yeah. And it's Billy Furphy's ball in the right forward pocket. This will be another tough kick, but he's much closer in than Stewart. Looks like he's going to open things up here, Furphy. For what it's worth, that Grimley score, or post was tied the scores. Here's a chance for Billy Furphy to give the Blues the lead late in this third term. He opens up the face now. He nails it around. Oh, jeez. And we're 1-1, Hugo, and they go an early count.
Yeah, no, we're good for that. We always like to go early. Well, plays on quickly.
He does Butler. 10-9, plays 10-8, the Blues in front. Another big spoil there from Gleeson. And LaCava's had some improvised plumbing work. He's got the nose taped up. Yes. I don't know what caused that, but he's back out there, putting his body on the line again. Furphy. Hill, he had a bit of a fumble. He's only kicking in danger, yeah. It's not one you see often, but...
No, it was there.
It was there.
So it's not long to go, you wouldn't think. I'm just trying to get the clock up here, Matty.
It's 28 gone in this third term.
There you go.
Hill's kick finds Linder on the wing in front of the interchange gates. Massive crowds congregated on the balcony with us here, Hugo. Kick inside, 50's come off hands.
They must have shut the bar.
Brooks was there. He paddles it towards the boundary line. He keeps it in play. Hand pass was looking for McNabb. Curran cuts it out, and it's gone out of play, boundary throw. And you can imagine that the intensity is going to ramp up in the final term.
Yeah.
Chance to get the Tunners home and mathematically lock up a top 4 spot, potentially with a win here this afternoon too. But they'll be kicking into a gale force breeze, and they currently trail. Furphy wrestled away from Flockhart, gave it to Stewart, playing behind the ball now. Kicks up towards half forward. It will stay away. Gilbert escorts it over the line.
So that's not a lasso. It would have been a lasso.
Yeah, it would have been. Instead, it'll be a
that's a win
throw-in.
for the Blues. That is a massive win for the Blues there. So they've got this stoppage right on the point of the square in the arc of 50.
Stewart just hanging off the back of the stoppage
he's
here, rather than sitting behind the ball.
Coming behind, coming through, so he's getting time and space.
So tossed in here's Flockhart rather. Furphy did well, came out the back, gives the hand pass across to Curran, sets out a full forward. Grimley knocked away from Gilbert, he did well. Lands here for Burnell, across to Butler, hands it out in front of Harry Hill. It's a bouncing football, he's got to be good, and he is good, Harry Hill. He's always good. Mount Pryor runs away, kicks up towards half forward. Conway went right through his grasp. O'Sullivan gives it back to Cosson, and now LaCava, Gleeson, he rides a tackle from Seager, and the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. 10-9-69, plays 10-9-69 I've got here on the scoreboard. Tossed up again, trickling ball towards full forward. Brooks was there, could he spin it? Oh, he shirt fronts Irving there. The umpire says it's mine once more.
Blues have been brave here. They haven't put too many behind the ball, so it means Brighton don't have many clear players behind the ball for them.
Curran gets the clearing kick out towards the back flank. Hill got a hand to it. Flockhart to Hoffman around the body now. Burnell up towards half forward. Flying over the top. No mark taken. Rode by Furphy. Lord, his kick was smothered. It's still alive. Hill went to ground. He got pushed in the back. He gets the free kick, Harry Hill, and he might be within range here. But I tell you what, wouldn't a captain's goal light the fuse here?
Yeah, he's been immense this quarter for Brighton. He's given them everything he possibly can. This is a very kickable distance for him, and you wouldn't want the ball in any other player's hand.
Indeed, you wouldn't. Harry Hill, he'll be kicking from a slight angle outside 50. He has the distance. He goes for goal. The goal umpire. Oh, he smacked the woodwork. Oh, we've had a few of them today. We've had a couple in this quarter. And that is the siren for three-quarter time. Oh, what a lifter that would have been heading into the final break. Alas, it's not. And at three-quarter time here on the TLC Healthcare scoreboard, we have got an absolutely thrilling contest on our hands. 10-10-70 to 10-9-69. It is Old Brighton who lead by just 1 point. Hugo, we will get down to you at ground level on the other side of this. It is three-quarter time here at Brighton Beach Oval. You are listening to VAFA Premier Men's Round 15 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. And thanks to William Buck, it's the Tunners by a point. Who will win? We'll find out after this.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Footy finals are almost here, and there's no better way to kick them off than at the 2026 William Buck VAFA Finals luncheon. Join MC Nat Edwards, AFL legends and Brownlow medalists James Heard and Jimmy Bartel, plus Jason Bennett and the VAFA media team for a live For the Love of the Game finals preview. Friday, September 4th at the RACV City Club. Enjoy a premium 2-course lunch package and an unforgettable afternoon of football stories and finals insights. Book your tickets now at VAFA.
Hey guys, at GYG we never compromise on the quality of our food. That's why we only serve 100% free-range chicken. We're on a mission to reinvent fast food, because who said fast food had to be bad food? Love ya.
The VAFA Rising Star Award recognises the competition's most talented young players. Each week, the VAFA Rising Star Committee receives nominations for 1 male and 1 female player aged 20 years or under who played no more than 7 senior games before this season. Our overall season winners will be declared the VAFA Rising Stars for 2026. So if your club has a young gun making their mark, nominate them now at media@vafa.com.au.
Stay up to date with all the latest from the Victorian Amateur Football Association with the brand new VAFA app. Stay connected with live scores, fixtures, stats and news from across the Victorian Amateur Football Association right at your fingertips. Download the VAFA app today from the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook and LinkedIn. Has someone just taken a screamer or kicked goal of the year? Send us your best and we might share them around the league. Join in the fun with all the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. They're all on VAFA socials. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45pm. Listen via the app.
I'm here at Brighton Beach Oval. This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 15 footy on SEN's Match of the Day and on vafa.com.au. It is three-quarter time here. Old Brighton University Blues and the Tunners lead by a point. 10-10-70 to 10-9-69. Harry Hill with a poster on the siren has given them the lead, but the Blues have the advantage of the breeze in this final term. Can the Tunners hold on? We will find out. We will head down now to ground level and Marcel Bruin, the coach of Old Brighton, addressing his charges.
Outside of D50. We still need to try and find it. D50 is in between the half, in between the arcs. So if it's there to be given, we've got that run and we've created that, that's what will generate us some offensive movement and enable our forwards to be really predictable, or the ball to forwards to be really predictable. Roll your eyes. Let's try and cut up their defence. Yes, when we get on slow play, there is still opportunity to try and hit that one inside, or we take that boundary line march and just keep control of the ball as we continue to work that ball forward. Forwards continue to work, and you've got to be able to pop in and pop out of that space. Don't just go and stage so that we can actually generate that ball. We've got this is a massive opportunity for us, guys. Huge opportunity. Just to put a shot over the bow, yeah? We're on our way back. We're building our game. We're building our competency. Now it's about getting to work incredibly hard for this 30 minutes. Let's drag the game back onto our terms a little bit. Stoppage and work, stoppage and work. Don't let them get quick kicks out to forwards. That'll put our backs under a lot of pressure. But if it does, we compete. We hold back shoulder. We win that 1v1. We try and generate it back the other way, all right? Hey, 5 minutes. First 5 minutes here. Let's be on. Let's go. Come on.
Thanks to Marcel Bruin for allowing us access to the Old Brighton Huddle. That huddle report thanks to the Brighton Beach Hotel, the best pub in Bayside to watch the football with friends. We'll head back down now to Hugo Scott, the Old Brighton coach.
Soupy, tough conditions out here today, especially going into it in the last quarter. How are you going to manufacture a few goals to try and get in front?
Yeah, hopefully we've got to win around contest. We lost it a little bit there at times. Just didn't get great balance or great shape. They got some quick kicks out, which put our backs under pressure. Yeah, we just got to win some ball around stoppage first and foremost. Try and find one to get some control and then generate some speed off that.
Finals-like game out here today. You're hoping that the finals experience you had last year will really carry you through?
Yeah, we've got a lot of experience out there, and you sort of hand it over to the guys. Yeah, we've experienced a lot. Sort of as we were saying in that huddle, we've got an opportunity here just to have a crack at what has been the benchmark in the competition. We want to get back there.
Best of luck for the rest of the game, mate.
Thank you for that there, Hugo, and to Old Brighton coach Marcel Bruin. Around the Grounds for Hodges Real Estate, proud sponsor of Old Brighton for over 30 years. If you're buying or selling in the area, speak to Hodges director and past Tunners player Angus Graham. Some incredible scorelines in the Premier Men's competition so far. At three-quarter time, Old Trinity lead Old Scotch by 18 points, 12-7-79 to 9-7-61. A real close one at the Snake Pit. Caulfield Grammarians 12-5-77 leading St Bernard's 10-13-73. The Snow Dogs not done with yet. St Kevin's have worked their way back in front of Old Haileybury. They lead by 8 points, 10-13-73 to 10-5-65. And then Old Zavarians well out in front of University Blacks at the moment, 13-13-91 to 6-9-45, starting the final term there. And Hugo, I'm not sure if you heard any of those around the ground score lines.
Yes, they're amazing, Matty. Amazing. What a round of football we've got here. But we have got the match of the day here, and it's a fitting one too, Matty.
It is indeed.
It's getting cold too, isn't it?
It is. So, scores level at the start of the final term. Who will win the quarter? Who will win the game? We begin this final quarter now, and it's going to be the Blues who look to win the clearance. Churgwin receives the hand pass, steps inside his man, goes up towards full forward. Grimley was there, bouncing football, he and Gilbert. Grimley gathers it now, shrugs the tackle, gets the hand pass away. Townsend there too. Out of play, boundary throw in. The T's leading by Old Scotch by 3 goals.
Amazing, mate.
Wow.
It's got a lot to play out in that relegation race.
And the Snow Dogs, they're only a few points in arrears. They're 3 points behind Caulfield at the moment at the Snake Pit.
Yeah, if it's windy here, it'll be bloody windy there.
Doubtless the crowd will try and rule them back into the lead. Although it's 10-14 to 12-5, Hugo. I feel like you'd have something to say about that.
Yes. Good kicking is good football, and it's frustrating sometimes.
Yep. And St Bernard, well, no, actually, I don't know what's going on there. Something's going wrong there. I was going to say they're 10-1 at half-time, but that can't be right.
Impossible.
Yep. Toss back in, free kick. Whistle going to go the way of the Tunners here. Yes, because they're 10-1-69 according to the scoreboard, which is not right. Something's wrong there. Kick across, goal here.
I think Petchy's doing the timekeeping over there in front of the scoreboard.
Good chance. Gilbert, Sassoni, back to Gilbert, gone! Great tackle coming from behind. And it'll be for free kick going the way of Lord. No advantage being paid there. So the umpire will call for it once again.
Yeah, it's a huge tackle, you would think there. But on the point of the arc, obviously no communication there. He must have thought he had more time and space.
So Lord runs to 55, sets it up towards full forward. Carr well positioned. Used the body well and took a good mark. Hands it across now to Butler. His kick was smothered. Good pressure here from Furphy. Gives it across. Now it's snapping with the outside of the boot. Hates it a full forward. Townsend touched.
Ooh.
Touched through. Behind.
Hang on.
There's
something
a free
happening.
kick. What have I missed here? So does the behind count, or is it a free kick?
Oh, we'll have to get confirmation on that.
Yeah.
But I was just watching what the free was. So there was a little bit of wrestle and a push afterwards on Townsend, and that was right in the square. So you go straight to the line.
So Townsend's going to have no problems here. He puts it through.
Jeez, he's put that at my line.
Yeah, it's going to be 5 minutes until the play restarts again. Townsend's kicked that in the next suburb. His first of the day. And we will need to get confirmation to confirm whether that's 7 points or 6, whether the rush behind counts. I haven't seen the umpires cancel the score.
No, I think it is a point as well because it was after the point was scored.
Yeah.
So it was, so I think, there you go. So the old 7-point play.
Yep. Wow. And it's just confirmed here on the scoreboard now. 11-10-76 to 10-9-69 on the scoreboard. And this final term, Hugo, brought to you by Next Gen Electrical. And it's been an electric start here for the visitors. 7 points the advantage now, and kicking with the aid of this strong breeze, which has played a role all afternoon. Next Gen Electrical focused on delivering renewable energy solutions such as solar farms, commercial rooftop solar and microgrids. We restart play in the centre of Brighton Beach Oval. This breeze is continuing on unabated, Hugo.
It's lifting, Matty.
It is, and it's getting colder and colder as the sun dips below the horizon. The Tunners win the clearance up towards half forward. Well, they've got to kick a bunch of goals in this final term now. Brooks goes to ground. He's taken to ground illegally. He'll get the free kick against Lacava. And then he wastes no time. He kicks high up towards half forward. Oh, Conway flying in from the side. No mark taken. Manton throws a hand pass forward only as far as Ebert. He gets the hand pass away. He was given a very long time to do so. Gleeson with a kick down the line. They're well positioned behind the play. Hoffman marks. Wants to try and hit up a lead. Oh, the breeze has caught that. It's gone lateral rather than 45. Mark by Cotter. Barrels it up towards full forward. Grimley gets over the back. He beats Gilbert. He beats him illegally.
Push.
Brighton free kick. When they can all breathe a sigh of relief in defence.
Yes, but what they do with it now, mate, is most important. This is where it's been very hard for the defending team against the breeze to exit that D50.
And it's now Butler who's got it on the half-back flank. I tell you what, even you're vulnerable to transition very quickly here, defending it with this breeze.
You see that ball hold up there, Matty?
Yep.
Dangerous. There
down the line, and a good mark by E, but he was just too strong there. They want to move it quickly, gives the hand pass across. Hayter off a standing start. Kicks inside 50 to
push.
Stewart. Has he got away with it?
He has got away with that.
Yes, he has.
He has got away with that. That was two-hand centre of the
That
back
was
push.
a not-so-subtle shove from James Stewart. Now he's got an opportunity to make the most of some good fortune with a kick here from 30 out, 45-degree angle.
That's 100% right, Matty, because there's a lot of free kicks that are missed in games as well, and we focus on the ones in front of goal, and you make the most of when these things happen. And you have to do that.
So he's got an opportunity here, James Stewart. In tough conditions today for key forwards. He's been the best on the ground. An opportunity here for goal number 4 to really put a dagger into the heart of the Tunners. No mistake. Goal number 4 for the afternoon for James Stewart. His 68th of the campaign, and it's now a 13-point lead for the Blues. 13 minutes into the final term on the Next Gen Electrical scoreboard. And it's only a couple of kicks, but with this breeze, Hugo, it's going to be tough for the Tunners now.
Oh, look, if anyone can do it, Brighton can. What they can't do is give away another goal in the next couple of minutes. They need to go into a stabilisation. What they can't do now is these long bombs out of the back line to try and get it away. They've got to try and find that run and carry through the middle of the ground, maintain possession, get the ball forward, and then they've got to defend like hell to make sure it doesn't come back.
Yep.
As we're waiting for the ball to be
This has happened a few times. These players are not really thinking about the fact that they're kicking through the ball a bit too much.
Yeah, what are they doing down that end? Anyway.
Every other end at every other stadium in the... But we'll go... They stab at it all the time, except today. Hugo, round the grounds.
I'm just having a few IT issues here. No, we've got... Old Scotch 9-7-61, trailing Old Trinity 12-7-79. St Bernard's 10-15-75, trailing Caulfield Grammarians 13-5-83. St Kevin's leading Old Haileybury 20 points, and the umpire's got the ball back, and we're about to throw it up again, Matty.
Here we go, 13-point lead for the Blues. What are the Tunners got? Furphy out of the ruck, caught. Well, we'll have to restart that play again.
It's a very important passage here. This middle part of the quarter, they're only a few goals down. They need to get a goal here, Brighton.
Hill shark the Furphy hit out towards half forward, off the deck by Koss again, 20 metres for his side. McNabb's there in the middle of the ground, gathers it now, sweeps the hand pass forward to Burnell. He's got Campili running alongside, over the top now to Brooks, who's got it, and he's got runners. Mazzoni's got it now, spears a pass into Pryor, who found himself in space inside 50 and marks. 30 out, 45-degree angle. Tough kick, but a massive kick here for the hosts.
Absolutely, Matty, absolutely. They did really well there, Brighton, when they were composed. They retained possession. Pryor was able to get loose there. The defenders caught napping, and this is a very, very important kick.
Yes, it is.
It's dropped about 20 degrees. We're -2 at the moment. It feels like -8.
It's cold. I've got to grab my coat out. Pryor's got to kick this first from 45. The breeze has got it. Oh, I don't think it was too far away. A couple of the crowd thought it was through.
Yeah, but they had the lunch, so
yes.
They were looking at the other end of the ground.
They were in Tunners scarves.
Played on very quickly from full back here.
Well, they haven't. They've done that a lot today, both teams, bringing the ball back into play. Seager looks to get a hand pass forward. Travers, they're running alongside. Here's the skipper, Harry Hill, into the pocket to Ag. And Ag's kicked them from here before. We've seen that.
Yes.
He'll need to pull it out of the fire again here. This will be a tough kick.
You'll need to pull it out of somewhere.
45 metres out and a couple of metres in from the boundary line. Well, maybe just the fire.
But this is one of the toughest kicks in the VAFA from this pocket here at Brighton Beach Oval. So he's got the wind to contend with. It's a very wide pocket there, deep pocket. So he's going to have a very, very good measured kick here.
16 goals for the season for Ryan Hag. Hasn't troubled the scorers this afternoon. Would love to do it now for the Tunners. Sets the kick on its way on the right.
He's got back. He's got
it back beautifully. What a kick from Hag. Just the tonic for the Tunners. An outstanding goal on the wrong side for a right footer. That's a beauty from Ryan Hag. And it's kept them alive. They're not done with yet. 11-9-75 the Tunners. 12-10-82 the University Blues. 10 minutes gone in the final term.
Yeah, no, that's an amazing kick.
Yep.
Because that is one of the toughest kicks in the VAFA to kick from that pocket.
On the right boot and the natural curl of the kick and the way the breeze is going across the goal, he's barely got an angle to work with.
No, he has. It's amazing. So just off the back of some really good work up the field. That man, Harry Hill, involved again.
So they got one back, but it's going to be the Blues who win the clearance. Gleeson up towards Townsend. Great spoil over the top there from Hoffman. And it's trickling towards the boundary lines. How to play. That was a really good spoil.
Yeah, I'll tell you the problem there, or the mistake that Townsend made. Tried to take a chest mark.
Yep.
Defender close, checking too easy and get the hands out. You'd rather see them drop the mark that way than the defender get a hand around and punch it away.
So it's here at half forward now for the Uni Blues.
That was a big clearance from Gleeson then too. He's been busy today.
Flockhart had front spot, and Linda with the clearance kicks it high in towards the centre of the ground. This will be a good mark if anyone can take it. They all let it bounce. It's still alive here. Hill overran it, went to ground. O'Sullivan was in there. Ag coming out to meet it. He gave it across to Burnell. Now Seeger can run to 50. He's got men over the back. He's looking for Travers. Was he impeded front on? Yes, he was. Advantage is paid. No, it's coming back. Travers free kick. It was smart forward craft from Travers. He drew the front on contact.
Knew it was coming.
He knew it would get the free for it.
Yeah, because they had no option but to make body contact there, and he had his eyes on the ball, and the player didn't, so it was perfect.
He just leant into the contact a bit, got the free kick. A smart play for him.
I tell you, the Brighton bench would have been absolutely petrified that was an advantage.
Yes.
So, very important kick here.
Huge couple of minutes this has been for the Tunners. They can at the very least move themselves back to within a kick.
Don't forget, Blues just had the entry as well.
Yep.
Moved the ball very quickly.
Tight angle, 40 metres out. Travers for goal number 3.
No. The wind. That wind got that.
Not far away at all, though. 2 goals, 1 for Luke Travers today. But it is an even 1-goal game at Brighton Beach Oval. And it is packed to the rafters here on the balcony, Hugo.
It is. They've definitely shut the bar then.
O'Shea with the clearance up towards the centre of the ground. And now it's off hands, and the umpire will call for it. We'll restart playing the centre of the ground. 12-10 plays 11-10. Top 4 encounter that has lived up to expectations here this afternoon. A proper match of the day encounter. Churgwin, his kick was smothered. It's going to fall the way of Burnell. Up towards half forward, bouncing football. Manton was there, goes and applies the tackle and forces another stoppage. Where else would you rather be, Hugo? Brighton Beach Oval, match of the day.
That's what we wanted, Matty.
Thanks to William Buck. What a contest it's been. And we've still got a good 20 minutes to go. Although they've got forward to the stoppage here of the Blues. Curran gave it across now to Lloyd. Clips one over the top. Looking for Furphy. It's come off hands. Townsend comes out to meet it now. Did well. Spears a kick around the body. And it's coming out to meet it there with Stewart. Rode by Irving. He was caught. Umpire happy to let things play out. It's fallen now to Curran, who swings towards goal. It's high. It's home. James Curran doubles up. He's kicked 2 critical goals for the Blues today, and they just keep the Tunners at arm's length for now. 13 gone in the final term on the Next Gen Electrical scoreboard. 13-10-88 University Blues. Old Brighton 11-10-76, Hugo.
You just see the value from Townsend then with that very smart deep entry kick to a dangerous spot. Automatically, the Brighton defenders are under pressure, and there's just the opportune goal there, and a great execution from Curran there from the top of the arc.
Not that any of the players know what the score is, because the scoreboard is still not on here at Brighton Beach Oval.
Some would that are closer to the bench or the players coming on would have an idea, but they're just playing on instinct at the moment.
Oh, and it's great. It's footy at its purest. Clearance here, Linda. He's been thrown into the middle. Campeely off the back of the square. Raking left foot kick inside 50. Manton the target. Oh, Sullivan, huge fly. Brought it to ground. It's still alive. Furphy caught. Umpire Wade, play on. Kick off the deck there from O'Shea, doesn't go very far. Hamish Dick was there, and now another soccer off the deck. This will work here for the Blues. Furphy overran it. Lord was there. Lloyd couldn't do anything with it. The other Furphy, Billy, he gets hands to it. Caught by McNabb. Umpire Wade, play on. McNabb again goes in after it. He's wrapped up, and the umpire calls for it once more.
So the intensity's just gone through the roof here, Matty. Yep. No player willing to yield.
Furphy, sharp by McNabb, hands it out to Campeely, clean hands required. The kick's loose off the side of the boot, and it's going to be a lasso free kick. He was tackled as he kicked it, which put him offline. Blues ball here between wing and half back. We're about halfway through the final term here.
Marty Gleeson had to go and retrieve the ball out of the Brighton coach's box.
I'm sure he would have been most welcome.
There's a little bit of advice going on, I think.
Gleeson goes the long kick down the line. Big pack of players here. Flockhart was in front. It was sharked to the back by Hoffman. He gave it to Burnell. Kick it in the middle. Ag might have been taken out. Umpire waved play on. And then Furphy just got a hand pass away. Linda following up. He's wrapped up in a good tackle there, that time by Lloyd. And the umpire calls for the ball to be thrown up once again.
So Brighton really cannot lose his clearance here because it's a very dangerous spot.
Grimley beat Flockhart to the ball there. Tapped it forward, only gained a few metres. Flockhart looks like he's tiring a bit.
He would be. He's his first game back in the seniors. He played that reserves game last week.
Fights on that time. Just about beats Grimley. Wonder what his GPS numbers would be, Hugo. I know you were keeping a close eye on them.
Yeah, his coach said he wouldn't want to put a GPS on him.
He did well that time, but he's held on to Furphy.
Yeah.
Well, Grimley gets the free kick.
I wondered there. Now, he's going back with intent to have a shot here.
This will be the longest kick of the... No, he's sure.
He is. You watch, he's going to have a go here.
He's going to wind up from the centre of the ground. He's driven it up towards full forward. Huge fly from everyone. It's come out the back. Butler is just happy to see that over the line. And I don't know if we're on handy point alert just yet, Hugo, but if we are, that's one to the Blues, because it's now 13 points the difference on the Next Gen Electrical scoreboard.
Got a Blues player down in their forward line here after that big fly.
Kick up towards the wing. It's come off hands and out the back, and the Blues have numbers here. It's O'Sullivan who goes around the body up towards a Kosh at half forward.
Was that touched?
And it was. I think that's just come off hands and out of play. And that's Townsend, who's just getting to his feet now and is hobbling to the bench. He's favouring he's favouring his left foot there. He can't put any weight on the right foot at all at the moment, can Ben Townsend.
And they're endeavouring to get him off as quick as they can, because they've got 17 men out there now, in essence.
And it'll mean the Tunners will have the spare behind the ball. Grimley punched it down. Kick up towards full forward.
It's a goal!
It's going to bounce into the post again. Didn't see who kicked it.
I think it was Gleeson.
Gleeson are behind four. We'll give it to him.
Anyway.
Richardson. He hasn't kicked one today, Gleeson, so we'll give him that.
Talking about Gleeson, he may, if the Blues get up and he continues this good form, he may be the one I'm talking to after the game.
The Skins player of the day, the Pioneers of compression.
He's been very good behind the ball and through the midfield for the Blues.
The most coveted cap in the game. They just chipped this one around the Tunners. And Richardson has dropped the mark. Ebert did really well to force the contest. Now Kosh has got a problem. And then falling on top of him was Hoffman. He goes it again, does Hoffman. They've defended that well there, the Blues. They've locked things up.
They were in a 2-on-4 there, so that was amazing work. You just see that intensity and that you just can't train this into the players. It's one of those games that's coming down to instinct.
Hill got the hand pass away. Linda with a kick up the line. And O'Sullivan swoops in the mark. And goes with a kick up the line now. Fly over the top there from Zazzoni. He's touching it out the back. And now it's Goddard handing it over the top to Curran. Can he gather it cleanly? He feeds it onto Furphy. Another one to Stewart, who rolls through his fifth. And he just might have rolled the Blues home. 14-11-95 to 11-10-76. It's a 19-point lead for the Blues. And that might just about shore up the double chance.
Oh, you've gone to Simon Petch, you've gone early.
Might just about.
Well, I think that, yes, the numbers starting to filter away behind us as well.
Don't tell Charlie Furphy I said that.
But that was really good work. So you can just see the Brighton defence. We're under siege there. But that all started with that work by Moa Kosh, and I think it was O'Sullivan. It was at Ebert. Yeah, over there on the wing there. 2-on-4, held the ball up. Brighton has some forward momentum.
Shergwin trying to win the clearance here, gives it to a Kosh. The Blues aren't done with yet. In towards full forward, it goes over the back. Grimley shepherded it through. Can Furphy gather it here? He can. He hands it across to Connor. Oh, inventive out of midair from Charlie Connor. Wow. And the Blues bring out the ton. And Connor's got his second. Nice bit of inspiration there from Charlie Connor. Quick thinking on the goal line. And the Blues, well, they're surely home now. 25 points, 19 minutes gone into the final term, and they've got all the momentum, Hugo.
Yeah, I think they have, Matty. I think they've really... This is all set up off the back of that third quarter, where they're able to limit the damage and then flex some muscle here in the last quarter. They have a lot of avenues to goal.
We start again in the ruck. Burnell trying to fight on, gives the hand pass back to Linden. Now McNabb sweeps it out to Campili. Kick up towards half forward. Hill going back with good courage, but a terrific mark coming in from the side there from Ebert. They've been terrific in the defensive half of the Blues today. Long down the line. Good mark, though, that time from Lohan. Goes with the switch inboard, asking a bit of Linda. McNabb dispossessed by Gleeson. They've won it back again. O'Sullivan, his kick around the body, a bit aimless, straight down the throat of Cork. He switches it looking for Butler. Yeah. He's got Cotter to contend with him. This is a good one-on-one. Butler's done just about enough to get away from him. He did well, Butler.
Yeah, really well.
Across to Campili, down the line. Good spoil from Hill, cutting out Richardson's attempt. And then Hill fights, and again, Travers falls over the top of him and gets the ball up on the wing, on the main road wing. I'm just on the South Road wing, brother. Hugo, Stewart and Cork. What a battle. Who wins? Who takes the points?
Stewart.
You reckon Stewart?
Yeah, I think so. I think just those opportune goals. Cork probably hasn't been effective exiting the Z50. He's defended really well, but a player kicks 5.
Sweeping kick across the line, and they've run into trouble here. Goodger was looking for a Pryor, but he was caught straight away. The kick inside 50 goes well over the head of Stewart, who's got to fight on again. He got rid of Sazzoni. He couldn't get rid of Cork. He has players coming in to lend a hand. The ball has gone over the boundary line. It'll be tossed in at right half forward for the Blues.
The one thing about the Blues performance today, I know we're talking about probably Gleeson, who will get the Skins player of the day, but it's been a very even performance. This is a hard one to give. I mean, Ebert's been great behind the ball. O'Sullivan's been very good. The Furfies have been very good. You know, Stewart's kicked 5, but it's probably it's the way the ball's gotten down there, and it's been the intercept marks of the Blues team that has been very effective today, and what they've done with it. I mean, it's been a fantastic game that could have gone either way. But just that third quarter, I think it was influential. There's the man again.
Yeah, it's Gleeson.
We've seen this a lot today, those intercepts.
Campili threw it around the body on the outside of the boot, but didn't go very far, and Gleeson was in a good position to cut it out.
See, what this highlights, Gleeson's playing midfield, but he reverts naturally back to that half-back position. Yeah. He's always behind the ball. He plays that sweeping role, that general behind the ball. That's gone a long way up in the air.
Ebert goes in looking for Stewart, who went with a one-hand. Rode by Curran, who snaps at goals! And Jimmy's got 3. They're running away with it now, the Blues, as we tick into time on. And as we've seen a few times today, Hugo, it's been the time on period in the term where the goals have come.
Yes, yeah, to a certain extent, but the Blues have been dominant this quarter. This is just set up off the back of that third quarter, though, by the Blues. The premiership quarter, where they had to limit the damage. Well, they limit the damage. They have just... I'm having a look as well.
He did the snake pit.
Yes,
the
amazing.
Snake pit.
Amazing. So that's a huge result.
Thanks to Hodges Real Estate. Have you got them there, Hugo?
I do. We'll start with Scotch and Trinity. So Scotch 10.868, trailing Old Trinity 13.987. St Bernard's 14.19.103, leading Caulfield Grammar 13.684. St Kevin's 13.18.96, leading Old Haileybury 12.880, and Uni Blacks 6.12.48, trailing Old Zaps 14.19.99.
Manton did well at half forward to affect the contest, kick it up towards full forward, but it's well defended by O'Sullivan, who goes down the line. Oh, big fly over the top there from Gleeson, who's done everything else today. Brought it to ground, in dispute on the wing. Doing well there was Lloyd, getting a hand pass away. In fact, no, he didn't. He was penalised. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Geez, poor old Luca McNabb, he's still feeling the effects of that.
The snake pit are behaving at the moment. Kick up towards half forward. Manton's got to beat a cut ball, though he almost did. Gleeson in there as well. Manton following up off the deck by Gleeson. And that's going to work.
Yep.
Kick up towards the wing. Mark taken that time by Lloyd. Does he want to play on?
They're just happy to have some troops back there. They didn't have much presence there in the forward line, so that was a very smart play.
It's Furphy, rather, who goes long looking for Stewart, who's got to beat the world. And in best position there is Gilbert, who wins it back. I'll tell you what, the bottom two looking in really good positions for them to both win today. Wouldn't that and the Blacks are well behind that dice cast there. The Bloods have lost. Tell you what, the relegation battle's changed very quickly.
It certainly has. We'll have to break that one down in crunch time, Matty.
VAFA crunch time coming up after this. I'll tell you what, there is going to be an awful lot to unpack in Premier Men and Premier B men's as well. We haven't gone around the grounds with that today. There's been too much going on here.
No.
It's just gone a little untidy here for the Blues. That kick out on the full. And now Lloyd gathers it. He goes to full forward. He's looking for Grimley! Huge over the top from Grimley! Icing on the cake on offer for Sam and for the Blues. Whoa! Abercrombie mark of the day contender.
Oh, absolutely. I think we might put that one down. What's the timestamp on that, Matty? 25?
What time are we in the last term? Well into time on here. 25 gone. Sammy Grimley, who kicked the Blues' first goal of the day. He hasn't kicked the goal since he hit the post into the breeze in the third term. Hasn't had a look at it with the wind at all this afternoon. But a chance here to kick his second. He's hung it out to the left, but it's coming back, but not enough. Jeez. A little bit of everything there.
Oh, they've got altitude sickness.
1-3 for Sam Grimley today. He's left a bag out on the table. There's a 31-point lead now to the Blues. Scoreboard has actually changed a couple of times. Old Brighton were on 76 a minute ago, and now are on 77.
Well, they'll take anything they can get at this stage.
Yep. But,
dangerous,
very dangerous. Very dangerous kick up towards centre back. Straight to Billy Furphy, and he'll be well advised just to let fly from here.
Have a go, Billy.
He's on the paint of 50. Kicked a ripper in the third into the breeze.
He's got the breeze at his back, so the important thing here is don't kick it low. Get a little bit of elevation on the ball.
This
and
is the end where you
left.
Yep, where you really give it some air.
Yeah.
He'll be directly in front, but he'll be kicking from 55 metres out, Billy Furphy.
Oh, he's
runs an arc, goes home. He's kicked it really high, and it's wide. It's a behind.
It baffles me why players deviate when they're running in to kick the ball. If they do it at training, they run straight, they kick the ball, it goes straight. But for some reason, they feel they need to get that arc on the ball, and 9 times out of 10, if you go hang out right, it'll go right. It baffles me.
You sound like my dad, Hugo. Runs out to the right, kicks it to the right. That's what he'd say. Flock up with a good mark. Not such a good kick. And that's going to be 50 as well. That's going to bring even within range here.
If you had said to me, Matty, go get me a beer, will you? I'd say, you sound like my dad. That's about all I heard from him.
Well, I'll have to play that one back to the folks during the week.
Yes, please do.
Ebert is going to be brought within range here. He'll kick from about 40 metres out. Again, not the distance means much kicking with this breeze. And he has barely an angle to speak of. He's done so well in defence all year, Ebert, but he's only kicked 1 goal to his name for the campaign. Here's a rare chance to hit the score sheet, and he doesn't let his team down. And they all get around him. Brad Ebert with a major, and it wraps things up in a neat little bow for the Blues.
It does. It's getting out to a decent margin now too.
Yes, not that they need the percentage, but they'll take it.
No. So it's a very good performance considering the deficit they were at quarter time. Obviously, conditions come into play in that, but the way that they played in that third and limited Brighton scoring, that was very, very good. And what I wanted to see was them having scoreboard pressure. Well, they had scoreboard pressure on them, and they handled that really well.
Furphy, lovely tap. Now to Churgwin, back to Furphy. Scrubby kick towards half forward Sazzoni. Good effort. But he did well to weave his way out of trouble there. But then he's kicked it straight into Irving, who dives in after it. He's still fighting on. Hoffman over to Seagar. Back over the top now to Lowen, who's caught. Hey, Irving's been great today. Back into the fold of things. Hasn't let his teammates down. Back from concussion, but hasn't let it affect him at all.
No, the 1%ers have been fantastic today. They're the smothers, just those little efforts, and they're very important.
Stewart grabbed it out of the ruck, tried to throw that one to Churgwin. Kick up towards Pryor, fighting on. He was caught, and he was penalised holding the ball. And we've got to figure out who's going to be the Skins player of the game. Hugo, the Pioneers of compression. We've only got a few minutes to go.
No, I'm standing firm on this. I thought Marty Gleeson is fantastic, especially in that third quarter with all the intercept marks he had. He's used the ball very smartly, so I'm going with Marty Gleeson for that.
Good courage by Ag, and that's going to be 50 as well. He threw it because that was interesting. He rolled the ball sort of to Ag, who was lying on the ground, still waiting for him to get up.
The player wasn't
ready to receive the ball. So I do understand the protestations from Cotter, but by the letter of the law, it is 50. You have to give it back to the player on the full.
Yep.
Richardson taken high.
Yeah, very high.
He had his head taken clean off. He'll get the free kick. It'll be about 50 metres out here, Richardson. It'll be a tough kick into this breeze. Nearly 30 minutes gone here in this final term.
Oh, he's played on. He's played on from the mark.
On. He's going to straighten a goal. Great kick.
Well done, Charlie Richardson.
That's a good goal from Richardson.
Jeez, that reminded me of his grandfather there. Just the sneaky little action.
Yes,
no one on the mark. I'm going, I'm running.
It reminds me of someone who used to play for Richmond.
Yes, that was,
Not sure who. I think they called him KB.
I think they called him Hungry.
I think they called him that too.
He was called a lot of things.
Richardson with his 16th goal of the season. And this is his 11th game. Three last week and he's got one today.
I wonder if Charlie has fish and chips every Friday night like his grandfather used to before a game of football. Fun fact there for you, mate.
Oh, there you go, really.
Yeah.
At our house, it was every Thursday night.
Really?
Thursday night, yeah, a bit early.
We used to have fish and chips on a Saturday night.
It's the best.
Hey, Saturday fish and chips, and Mum and Dad would have a fight.
The best meal in the world. Back in the middle, and now Shergwin was held, so we'll get the free kick here. Great to see him back out there for the Blues today. He goes long to full forward. Grimley's there. Oh, it flew over the top. Gilbert had a bit of a fumble. Done well here, McNabb. Kick out towards the wing, straight to Ebert. And he's going to want to go long. He does that now, up to full forward. Stewart! Oh, it went clean over his head. He misjudged that. It's gone out of play. Boundary throw. And fair enough, too. This breeze has been tough to judge all day.
No, it has. It has. But you'd have to say that the Blues have handled it better. You play two different styles of game. You play with the breeze and against the breeze. And obviously, it sounded like a broken record here, but that third quarter was very impressive.
So boundary throw in here inside 50. And it comes out now here to Lindo. Hasn't stopped trying all day. Kick over the top to Richardson. Long odds of him hand passing this one off. Over there it is, he does. Marcel Brewer's coaching is still having an effect on him. Kick into the middle of the ground is a dangerous one. Well done by Campielli, but Churgwin was there. He gave it to Billy Furphy. His kick was smothered. Flockhart, oh, it's a long way down for the big fella, who's still a bit tired after his European vacation.
Yes.
Still recovering from the telemarine flu, maybe.
Yes, got to mention on the rumour file on 3AW this week. I know that's not our station, but
no, it did.
It's the rumour is spreading.
Contagious.
It is.
It is contagious.
It's like the bloke had to pick up all the oranges when the trucks exploded. Anyway, I'm not going into that joke.
No,
that's Simon Petrel's that one.
That sounds like a Petchy joke.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll tell you after the game about that
when
one.
you don't actually tell the punchline, that sounds like it's a Petchy joke.
Yeah, I'll talk you through that one.
And that clearing kick there from McNabb up towards the half-back flank. Good courage from Churgwin, who marks.
Yeah, he's getting busy late in the game.
Yep. He's been good today, Churgwin. He's got better as the game's gone on.
Yeah, he hasn't been overly influential, but he's been a player that they've had to watch.
And there's the siren. And it's a big win for the Blues. And it's their star player on return, Darcy Churgwin, who fittingly is going to have the final say of the match. I tell you what, he'll be kicking this from about 3 kilometres out. He's a long way out, Churgwin. He'll have the breeze at his back. He's given it everything. It's going to go close. It's fallen short. No score in the end for Darcy Churgwin or for the Blues. But they won't matter. They won't mind one little bit. They've picked up a massive win. A real season-defining win for the Blues. They've all but assured themselves a top 2 finish, a double chance, and they've done it on the road against a fellow top 4 contender. 17-13, 115 to 12-11, 83, Old Brighton. It's the Blues' day. They maintain their stranglehold on top of the VAFA ladder. It was Old Brighton who won the toss and kicked with the breeze in the first term. They led by 32 points at quarter time. When the Blues had their turn in the second term, they erased it all and more. They led by a point at the half. Scores were level at three-quarter time. The Blues defended excellently into the wind in the third term. And then in the last term, with the advantage of the breeze, they made the most of it. In the end, they take out the victory by a final margin of 32 points. The goal scorers over the course of the afternoon: James Stewart with 5, James Curran with 3, Charlie Cotter with 2, and then singles to Grimley, Gleeson, LaCava, Goddard, Townsend, and Billy Furphy. For the Tunners, 2 goals each to Felix Flockhart and Luke Travers, single to Tom Burnell, Finn Campielli, Ben Pryor, Charlie Richardson, Archie Manton, Lockie Brooks, and Ryan Agg. Big win for the Blues. They move to a record of 13-2 and stay on top of the ladder. And we've got down now to ground level. And the Skins player of the match, the Pioneers of Compression. You might have heard the roar from his teammates. It is the skipper, Marty Gleeson, and he's with Hugo Higginbotham.
Yeah, thanks, Matty. You got Marty Gleeson here. Marty, a really good performance on the boys. Set up off the back of that third quarter. We really thought you were influential behind the ball there. Must be very rewarding to come here in a victory like that.
Mate, it was. Coming down here is never easy, and Brighton has definitely had the wood over us down here, so we haven't won for a few years, so we knew we were going to be in for a tough one. I think first quarter we learned a lot, and then third quarter we were able to change a few things, which definitely helped set up the win. So couldn't be proud of the boys.
Yeah, amazing win because it's a very even performance across the board. It was a hard one to give today, but you just got across the line. So very important one moving forward for you guys for the finals coming.
It is. These types of games are invaluable this time of year against a good opposition down here. So we need to keep getting better every week. We sort of said a few weeks ago that the team that improves most from here on in is going to be the team that's going to be around the mark. So we're just still trying to get better every week. I think we're still getting better and gelling more as a team, which is exciting for us.
Yeah, looking forward to things to come. So, Marty Gleeson, player of the day there, Matty.
Thank you for that, Hugo, and congratulations to Marty Gleeson, the Pioneers of Compression. He wins the most coveted cap in the game, and he gets a photo taken of him with the laminated plaque, which will go up on the VAFA socials, and no doubt that his teammates will be ripping into him throughout the course of the night. The skipper was outstanding again today. Got himself a goal, terrific through the midfield and behind the ball. Absolutely terrific. So congratulations to the Blues and to the skipper, Marty Gleeson, on being the Skins player of the game. 32-point win to the University Blues. As we move in to the post-match show, thanks to HASA, your trusted pair of hands dedicated to servicing your needs at every stage of a project, from planning through construction to completion. While Hugo makes his way back up into the commentary box, what we'll do is we will go around the grounds thanks to Hodges Real Estate, proud sponsor of Old Brighton for over 30 years. If you're thinking of buying or selling in the area, speak to Hodges director and Tunner's past player, Angus Graham. And we'll see about these scores full time here at Camberwell Sports Ground. A huge upset. Old Trinity holding off a fast-finishing Scotch to win by 6 points on the road. The Tees 13-10-88 to Scotch 12-10-82. That is a massive victory for the visitors there at the Snake Pit. St Bernards have stormed home to defeat Caulfield Grammarians 14-19-103 to 13-6-84. A 19-point win for the Snow Dogs. The bottom two teams both picking up wins today. What that will do to the relegation battle, we will find out very soon in the ladder update. Olds of Variant, far too good for University Blacks at the end. 17-15, 117 to 6-14-50. And the other match that is still in progress, the die is cast. There may only be a couple of minutes to go. St Kevin's 18-20, 128. Old Haileybury 12-8-80. They lead by 48 points at the moment. 34 minutes gone in the last term with that one, Hugo.
Yes, massive results all around the grounds, Matty. An amazing weekend of football, and what a game we had today.
Oh, indeed. Hey, just looking at the scorers, by the way, Ethan Phillips, the former Hawthorn AFL-listed player, played one game for the Hawks. 4 goals today in a new role thrown up forward.
Amazing.
So they found another route to goal. Have St Kevin's. As we continue on the post-game show now, we've got Matt Smith of University Blues with us. He's been good enough to join us in the post-game. Matt, congratulations, outstanding win.
Yeah, thank you. It was a great win. It's good to get challenged as they did in that first quarter, and be able to respond in just a professional manner is really pleasing.
We listened to the huddle in the first term. You probably knew that you were probably going to be in a bit of pain when you found out that you'd lost the toss and you were having to defend with a pretty strong breeze. On the whole, how did you sort of reflect on that opening turn?
I mean, it was just some fundamental stuff. We were just, at the contest, we were a little bit off. We'd been priding ourselves on that for a little while, but we were sort of just letting them run through and dictating what was happening in at the source. And then on the back of that, when you allow them to run and handball and receive, they're very dangerous and they cut you apart pretty quick. So it was just about our intent, and I think that was just a little bit off.
So, Matty, probably 50-50 at half-time. Could have gone either way. You won the game in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Just to limit the damage there and be so close. And you must be really proud of that part of the performance.
Yeah, I think so. And again, it was just learnings from that first quarter, what we didn't do well in that first quarter. And I think we came out and responded after half-time from the physicality side of things. Jez Goddard, especially inside, set the tone for us in his tackle pressure and whatnot. And I think we just hunted more and we deprived them of that forward 50 entry a fair bit. We knew you're not going to win it there, but you could certainly lose a game in that quarter as well. So.
Yeah, what I was curious about today is how your team was going to handle some scoreboard pressure, and we got that at the end of the first quarter there, and most animated I've seen you, gave a little bit of a rev. So you must be really proud of them to come back mentally knowing that there was such a deficit there.
Yeah, but we touched on that too, and it's no different to Zav's ground. When you've got a ground this size, 4 or 5 goals can go in a heartbeat as well. It can be sucked up. So whether you're up 4 or 5 or down 4 or 5, you can't let up. You got to keep pressing, and that was the main thing. So we got in at quarter time and 5 goals, and as I said, that can be snapped up really quick. And we got back, as you said, pretty early in that second quarter. We got it back on terms pretty quick.
So one thing we were talking about, very hard to give the player of the day today because that was an across the board very even performance. So probably gave it to Marty because of that work in the third where he's behind the ball.
Yeah.
But that must be pleasing for his on that aspect of the whole team.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's kind of been one of our strengths is that we don't necessarily need 1 or 2 players every single game to be controlling it. Everyone can pitch in and play their role. Even Jack Hayter playing out on the wing a little bit more today, where Churgwin's inside. It meant he went out to the outside and he just played that role really well as well. So everyone's just executing and understanding their roles really well.
You're talking about execution. Have you seen a better goal than Stewart's goal from here with the breeze straight into the face of it, and how convincing he was with that kick as well? Because we said that was probably goal of the year, just in context and conditions.
Well, from this pocket with the wind pushing away from him as it was, I mean, I don't even watch where the ball goes. He knows as soon as he hits it, he's got his fist up and he knows whether it's going through or not. But for that point in the game and in that third quarter into where goals are probably worth 2 or 3 kicking into that breeze, it's a huge bonus for us there.
It's an outstanding finish. I reckon it'll feature in one of our categories when we get into the post-match there, Hugo. Speaking of the big men, Matt, blustery conditions have meant lots of stoppages, and I thought Joe Furphy rucked pretty much one out all day, and he was being double teamed as well. Josh Curran and Felix Flockhart. So you must be really impressed with the way that he was able to compete so strongly all day while being double teamed. Yeah, and his positioning around the ground is getting better as well. He's learning to sit himself a kick behind the ball so that they're kicking it to him rather than having to work too hard. But I think his follow-up work was as good as we've seen this year as well. He was getting handball receives, he was getting on the end of handball chains, and he's not too bad from hand to foot. So we can sort of trust him at least getting territory when he's there, and he's just getting his frame in the right spots for us.
Have you ever won a game here?
Not since I've been here. The first time I was here was playing here, and I did my knee in the first 4 seconds of the game. First centre bounce of the game and did my knee.
So not good memories.
Oh, I hate this joint.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not too bad now. It's not too bad.
All right, so you've pretty much locked up top 2.
Yeah.
What's the plans moving forward for the next few weeks?
We're not going to tinker with it too much.
Yeah.
That was a big thing coming into today, but we're not going to be resting players or anything like that, but we'll be able to, it allows us just to manage players within games a little bit more. We'll be able to throw some magnets around within the games, but you get your older boys like Brad Ebert and Marty and that as well, who might play that floating back a little bit more just to keep them out of the contest. But we manage within games, but we don't want to, you've got the bye coming into finals, you've potentially got a bye during the finals, you end up only playing two games in 5 weeks, so if you rest them, it's a recipe for disaster, I think. So. And
we sort of touched on this, we had that chat yesterday. What are you going to do to get better during the finals? Which you have to. You can't maintain your same sort of level. Finals are a different beast.
Yeah.
I know from personal experience, we won nearly every game of the year, went in on top and bombed out in straight sets, so it's a different beast. Yeah, it is. Everything goes up. Alstonwick Park's obviously a bigger ground as well. It's a dry, hard deck. It bounces around. So, we just got to keep getting the fundamentals right. It's what cost us in the second quarter last week. At times it's what cost us in the first quarter here. We just got to make sure we keep driving those standards, holding each other to account around our structures and everything as well. But we'll find incremental improvements along it. It's nothing drastic. We don't have to change anything drastic. It's just finding small percentages here and there where we can just tighten things up. Well, Matt, you've put distance between yourselves and Old Brighton. Unfortunately, everyone else in the top 4 is won today, so you're 2 games clear inside the top 2 with 3 to play, but a really impressive win for you. We'll let you go, but congratulations and thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Thanks very much, boys. Matt Smith, the coach of University Blues. They maintain their spot
on top of the VAFA Premier Men's ladder. They are a game clear of Old Zavarians. They are 2 games clear of St Kevin's with 3 to play. One more win, and mathematically it's just about as short. They're just about there anyway there, Hugo. But a terrific performance from the University Blues there. We'll continue our post-match thanks to Haser. Let's look
Talking about the ladder, Matty, what about the bottom end? That has just gone... Someone's thrown a bomb down there. They've all moved everywhere.
Everything has changed within the space of a couple of hours.
Amazing.
So let's go through that now for Author Sport Victoria. We've kind of rounded out the top 4 as it is. Old University Blues, a game clear of Old Zavs, who are a game clear of St Kevin's, who moved 2 games clear of Old Brighton at the moment. So it's Blues, Zavs, St Kevin's, Old Brighton. Old Brighton and Scotch, they haven't moved. There's still a 3-game gap there. So any hopes of Old Scotch now are definitely dashed. They needed to win today, and they weren't able to get the job done against Old Trinity. And in fact, the Cardinals are only a game away from the bottom 2, which is pretty remarkable to say.
That's an interesting
so
one, isn't
it is not over yet in the relegation race. Half a game behind the Cardinals are the Fields and the Tees, who have leapt from 9th to 7th off the back of today's events. They're now safe by half a game inside the top 8 as things stand. University Blacks have fallen to 8th. They're half a game behind the Tees. Of course, with that draw, percentage doesn't matter at the moment, so that's going to advantage Old Trinity, who have one of the lesser percentages in the competition. Old Haileybury are in 9th position. They are behind the Blacks on percentage only, so that battle will matter.
But dramatically behind. That's nearly another game, because that's 12%.
It's 12%, yeah. So it is a big chasm there between the Blacks and the Bloods, so they've almost got to win an extra game on them. And then last, but still remarkably not out of it, the Snow Dogs, St Bernard's.
Not again.
Not again. It's going to go down to the final fortnight again.
No, but that's the end. This is what we want.
Yeah, I mean, look, and they'd been building toward this. They'd had a couple of narrow losses in the last few weeks, and they came from behind they came from behind again today to beat Caulfield at the Snake Pit. Who knows what that might do for them in the remaining 3 weeks, whether that's the shot in the arm that they needed. But they've kept themselves afloat for another week.
They certainly have, and massive game next week. Well, it's Blues, St Bernard's. So, and that's at Melbourne Uni Oval. So that's an interesting one. You'd probably put that down as a loss for St Bernard's. And then they have...
But then they could be 2 out with 2 to play.
Yeah, and then they've got Brighton.
Okay,
that's a tough one as well, because Brighton really need to build momentum moving towards the finals. And here it is, Matty. And then they've got Trinity last game.
Well, I think Trinity winning today is hurt them.
But if St Bernard's win with losing 2, then they probably still will go down. They need to pick up 2, don't they?
Yeah, they've got to beat Old Trinity, and then they've got to find a stunning upset.
Yes, they need to get a scalp along the way, which is very, very possible. I mean, they only just...
which of those 2 Blues and Tunners is at home? One of those will be at the Snake Pit, I'm pretty sure.
Just shut my phone down. There we go.
I think it'll be the Tunners. They'll play Old Brighton at the Snake Pit. And you never count out St Bernard's at the Snake Pit, regardless of who they're up against.
No, you certainly do not. But on the performance that Brighton put in today, you'd think they will get better from that. I know Felix Lockhart wasn't overly influential, but he'll get more influential. They get a few more players back, you would think. But geez, we know that's one of the toughest trips in the VAFA to go over there, and when they've got something
playing
to play
for their lives, whereas the Tunners don't. They're finishing 4th. At best 3rd, but it's not going to... Their double chance is done. There's no risk of missing finals.
But they need to build momentum moving forward now. So, that's a big margin in the end when considering how close they were, but it was that 3rd quarter. Anyway, but that was that. So that's their key now, momentum and getting that really good slingshot game and capitalising on the scoreboard.
Premier B. We haven't looked at Premier B all day. My goodness, there are some...
Do you know what you're going to say there?
My goodness. No, there are some stunning scorelines here. Let's start with the most predictable result of the day. Gordon Barnard Reserve, Old Campbell and Old Collegians, who won?
Yeah, Collegians
again. Won by 83 points in the end, 16-12, 108 to 3-7-25. Alexander Lukic and Hugh Johnson each kicking 3 for the Lions. I'll save that result for last. This is a stunning one. Going into the match, this was, I think this might have been 3rd or against 8th. Old Melburnians, Old Carey. The Panthers have won by 82 points, Hugo.
That is huge, Matty.
Massive.
Absolutely huge.
21-10, 136 to 7-12-54. Where on earth has that come from?
That's what I'm saying. Carey's a team that they they have underachieved at stages, but then they pull out performances like that.
Well, I'll tell you what helps. When Charlie Grummett kicks 9 goals, that's a pretty comprehensive win. At Gary Smorgon Oval, a rematch of last year's Premier C Grand Final, Ajax and Bo Morris. The Sharks, 53-point win, 15-10-100 to 6-11-47. Well, that's huge for the Sharks because their top 4 hopes remain alive, and the Jackers have slipped well away from it just in the last few weeks now. They fell outside the top 4 for the first time all season last week, and now they're slipping further away. The late kick-off in Premier B at Como Park with 4.5 gone in the final term between Old Geelong and Old Ivanhoe. It was 1 point in at three-quarter time, but the Ogs have just kicked away in the last couple of minutes, 9-10-64 to 7-9-51. Old Ivanhoe led by 19 points at half-time, so Old Geelong have done well to flip that one around. And then this one, how about this? This was second v last.
Yep.
Williamstown CYMS have defeated De La Salle by 5 points away from home. 13-8-86 to 12-9-81. They trailed by 9 points at three-quarter time, the CYs. They kicked 4 goals to 2 in the final term to get the job done. Just looking at the goal kickers for this one, I want to see how many did my boy Mai Patel kick. I don't see his name here. He mustn't have played.
Well, you block out about 45 minutes for your chat with Con during the week, Matty, because that'll go for a dramatic amount of time.
So, and I want to have a look at what that means now for the Premier B ladder, because what a huge 3 weeks it's been for Williamstown CYMS. They are now, well, they're still, I mean, look, some of the results today have hurt them a bit. Old Carey getting the win. Old Geelong will be on track for a win. So there's still one game.
It's an amazing thing about this division. De La Salle's still second.
Yep.
Melburnian's still third. And Camberwell's still fourth.
So the top 4.
Has not changed.
3 of the top 4 have all lost.
And it hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed a bit. Bo Morris now moved to within a game of the top 4.
Yeah, so, they're building, aren't they?
Yeah, and they've leapfrogged Ajax, who have slipped to 6th. So with 3 to play, I mean, suddenly Old Carey mathematically, in the hunt for still mathematically a chance of making finals. They had a relegation battle 2 weeks ago.
Oh, what a couple of weeks.
Old Geelong, if they do win, will move level with Bo Morris and Ajax. So you'll have 3 teams a game outside of the top 4. If Old Ivanhoe win, they'll draw level with Williamstown, and they'll both be 1 game away from safety. Let's go quickly. Mark of the day here, thanks to Abercrombie, leading real estate agency, insight, innovation, and the determination to deliver exceptional outcomes.
That has to be Grimley. That was huge, that
absolutely.
mark. That was outstanding.
Goal of the day, thanks to Kosh Living, luxury, modern, and designer outdoor furniture.
Oh, well, that's got to be Stuart's goal. That was amazing. The context of the game, the wind into his face, kicked it from about 40 metres out, and it just went straight through the middle. So that was huge.
A quick pop quiz for you, Hugo.
Yep.
Who are your premiership favourites?
Blues.
Who's next in line?
St Kevin's.
All right. Stuart's up to 69 goals for the season. Does he get to the ton?
He can. Yes, he can, considering some of the games they've got. He will get very, very close in the finals.
And then just looking at the match of the round next week, Zav St Kevin's, who wins at Track Park.
St Kevin's. I've got St Kevin's building.
Tees and Blacks?
Blacks.
Fields and Cardinals?
Geez, that was a very tight one there. I will go Fields.
Geez, Cardinals wouldn't want to drop that, and another team along gets up. The Tees beat the Blacks. That's going to be it from us here, though, at Brighton Beach. Well, that was a bit of a condensed VAFA crunch time because the game went on for as long as it did. Not that we're complaining, though, because it was a terrific spectacle.
And it was great to have Matt Smith come straight up before he addressed the players, too.
Yes.
That was really much appreciated.
No, thank you for that, Matt. That's very considerate of you. We're done here on William Buck, SEN app and the VAFA.com.au, the match of the day here in the VAFA. It is the University Blues who have won by 32 points. Buttons, Bruce, a big thank you to you for the teching, the catering, the stopwatching, all the great stuff you've done today. Hugo Higginbotham, our expert commentator, thanks to Hit IQ. Always a pleasure to be working with you.
Thanks, Matty. What a great day we've had. It lived up to expectations. The finals like one, and what a couple of weeks we've got coming in front of us. It's huge.
Isn't it?
How
So
good's the
exciting.
VAFA?
It is the best competition in the world. And, of course, a special thank you to all of you who have tuned in right throughout the course of the afternoon here on VAFA.com.au and the SEN app. Matthew Donald has been my name. The Blues too good today against the Tunners. We look forward to your company on Match of the Day from 1:45 p.m. next Saturday afternoon.